right, we're recording. I didn't take too long to figure that one out. This is episode what I think might be, don't quote me on this, but 25 of the Whiskey and Root Beer podcast.
Yeah.
And today I have two guests, well, not really two guests, one host, co-host, and one guest. And so, we got Mr. Croissant chilling out over here. He's on his phone like a millennial right now. Look at him. And then, and then we got Isaiah. I don't have a nickname for you, so you're just Isaiah.
Now,
I was about to say I'm just Isaiah.
Yeah. So it was like I went to your scene and you're just on the camera, like pointing it, not really at the camera, but But yeah, we got Isaiah chilling over here.
What's going on, guys? How we doing today?
See, look, I tried to focus on you, and it was like, yeah, fuck this. He's too ugly for that. But I don't, I don't even know what we're really gonna talk about. I never do. We just come in here and we start talking about it. We've talked about it a lot before we started recording.
Talk about
actually.
the political, economic state of the world.
Oh shit! You want to just jump into it? So, well, what do you have to say about the political, economic state of the world?
I really don't even know, man. If the fact that I don't even know what's going on in the world, a lot of us don't even know what's going on in the world. They just present to us what they want us to think is really going on. Really, life is just one big secret, but it's too early to get deep in that type of conversation.
Well, don't you? Well, I guess it is. We just started. Yeah, we could save that one for later.
Let me see what's been going on.
I haven't paid attention to world events in like a month and a half. I don't remember the last time I paid attention to anything. I've just
till anything.
In like the world's like affairs, I haven't.
I will say though, I think within the next year or two, we're definitely going to see some more shit with inflation for sure.
Well, inflation's supposed to be coming down pretty soon.
For real? It's been going up. This guy at the gas station tried charging me almost $7 for a regular sized orange juice. And I was like, what the hell? Like, did the guy who founded Minute Maid come back and make this or something? Because there's no way. Like, it was this big, man. This big. He was trying to charge me $7 for that. I'm like, bro, come on now.
I know the feds they're talking about holding interest rates steady right now. What is it, like late February 21st? So they're talking about, last I heard it, and I haven't heard about it maybe like 2 weeks, they were talking about holding them steady. I haven't heard about any raises. But right now they're kind of like, are we going to hold it steady, or are we going to bump it up like, like half a point or some shit like that? So
I think everybody needs to get I don't know, I think they should raise the minimum wage thing, because the shit that people are going through right now is not cutting it. Everybody's freaking struggling, and what's crazy is that everybody's moving to Texas because it's cheaper. And yeah, like at the point, it definitely is. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. I was like, literally, because everybody's moving here, it's causing shit just to hit the fan now.
I think really when it comes to raising the minimum wage, I think we need to make things more affordable rather than just trying to give people more money.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Because if we can make things more affordable, then that dollar goes further. But if we just give people more money and shit just keeps, getting inflated, then everybody needs more money, but we're not really trying to bring down the cost of living.
Because, dude, the shit that our parents did 30 years ago, when they were buying a house or something, it was obviously a lot more easier and cheaper. Definitely things were different, but nowadays I feel like it's way harder to get shit done because of how expensive everything is now.
Yeah, things were cheaper. I mean, within
dude,
the last 20 years we've gone through two giant kind of economic crises, one really big one, the crash of 2008, and then with COVID and closing things down and nobody really producing anything, of course, things skyrocketed there. Yeah. So, I mean, that's another major
dude, my dad was working at Pizza Hut back then and was able to sustain and buy us a house and everything.
The shit.
Times are differently.
How much they used to pay at Pizza Hut?
I don't even remember, but it was enough to where he could support us. And now that would not cut it in today's time, man.
Yeah, I don't think anybody working at Pizza Hut is able to support a family.
Realize that money is fake.
It needs to blow up.
Time isn't real, bro. Money and time are not real, man.
We need to burn the government.
This is
part 2 storm capital.
This is why we need, right? It's not January 6th. It's February 21st.
It's actually October 9th. No, I'm playing.
Wait, what? It's October 9th. It's like, don't let them know our next move. I think it's crazy that people stormed the Capitol and thought they were going to, get anything done.
That's what I was talking about
earlier. They just weren't going to, if you walked out the Capitol, they just weren't going to have, police forces or something waiting out,
fucking did it, man.
I mean,
You seen that clip of Randy Marsh where he's like, I thought this was America. I thought this was America.
oh yeah, that's one of my favorites right there. Whenever he's getting drunk and fighting people and all that,
Yeah.
fights
I thought
Bat,
this was America.
fights Bat Dad up in the stands.
I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't
Yeah,
hear
that was
no
about to say,
bell.
I didn't hear no bell.
It's fucking
That was like one of the best. Was that the softball episode, the baseball episode?
yeah.
Yeah.
Baseball, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they go to the postseason and they don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they somehow just kept winning
They
games.
try to
and they
lose, and then the other
You're
kids
the
are
best
better at.
around.
Yeah, I thought that shit was hilarious how they kept trying to lose and they just kept somehow winning and getting higher up. And then I think what was the Bat Dad fight was the one where it was gonna disqualify him or something.
Yeah.
And did they get disqualified? I think they did. I don't remember. I was watching South Park the other day when I was at my grandma's and they had the episode on where it was Stan Lee where he had the Louis Armstrong bracelets
Oh,
and he was talking about standing his ground.
stand strong.
Stand strong. Yeah, I was like, this is so stupid. But at a point, everybody did rock those bracelets like it meant something. Didn't he do? He like was on roids.
Lance Armstrong or
Lance
Stan?
Lance Armstrong,
Lance
not Stan.
Armstrong was juicing because I mean he had one testicle. His body wasn't producing testosterone.
You ever seen that clip from? I think it was
Yeah,
Ted.
he juiced and they took all of his titles.
Who
Every-
Ted or Lance?
Lance Armstrong.
Okay, yeah, I knew they took Lance's stuff. I
Every
was like, I didn't
title
see
that he won,
Ted.
they took.
No, I was gonna say
Yeah.
like in that movie Ted, like there was a scene like where he's like showing this guy showing off his art collection. He's like, look what I have. His Lance Armstrong's nut. He's like, I look at it, I stare at it, remembers me who I am as a man. It's like all frozen in like ice and shit. I'm like, damn.
I mean, having Lance Armstrong's testicles probably is a pretty good power play. I think somehow
Yeah.
it's worth
Hey
something.
Lance, I've got your ball.
Yeah, it's like I mean, I don't
Go in
know.
front of his house and just like wave it and intimidate him. Guess what, Lance?
Got your ball.
You've got no trophies. I've got your ball.
What a power play right there, man.
That'd be.
That'd fucking
that would
mean.
fuck with me.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. If somebody had my nut on
Lance
display,
Armstrong just staring out the window and he starts crying. He's got my ball.
it's okay, honey. Come back to bed. He has my ball. Damn it.
Somebody
think Lance Armstrong
find
has
out
a
who
wife.
that man is. Wait, what'd you say?
So I don't think Lance Armstrong has a wife anymore.
Yeah.
He was cheating on her
Shit, cheating.
with his one ball.
Wait, is it unfair to juice when you have one testicle?
What?
I mean, doping is doping, but I feel like he was taking things to compensate for that. But
Yeah,
he could have been overcharging.
he could have
No,
been. I mean, I don't know what the
supercharging.
I don't know how much they test him and how much they really looked into it. But I would think like you would be like, okay, well this dude he's missing a testicle. Testosterone's kind of dipping there. If he juiced to a certain point, we could
It's
test
okay,
it.
guys. He's got one ball. We'll let him take a couple of needles in the ass.
Damn.
Yeah, like if he took a couple and it kind of leveled him out with everybody else, I'm like, it's not too bad. But of course, anti-doping rules, like you said, are anti-doping rules. And if you break them, we don't care how many wristbands you sold. We're taking your trophies.
Taking your fucking trophy.
Isaiah, would you ever compete in a bicycle race?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy actually because like me and my cousin were talking about something kind of similar to that last week because I have some other cousins on my dad's side of the family who like ride bikes downtown all the time with how everybody's always in groups riding bikes downtown and everything like that.
Yeah, I want to run those people over sometime.
Yeah, I mean my cousin on my mom's side were like, dude, we should do that, and then he said something about competing, and I was like, I don't know if I compete. I definitely would just ride some bikes with a whole bunch of people for fun.
Want to run those people over.
There are times where I understand. Definitely want to hit some of those motherfuckers because like they'll look at you and slowly, purposely get in your way on purpose because they're like, "Oh, you can't hit me." I'm like, "Man, yes, I can."
Yeah, they think just because the law says I can't doesn't mean that I won't.
Thought this was America.
So,
At least they're not as bold over here. Like in Austin, cyclists will get up on the fucking highway, bro.
Dude, the people in Austin, those are a different breed, man. Like they're like Texas is Florida, if that makes sense. That's what I feel.
yeah,
about
I've
people
heard.
from Austin.
Oh, that's what they always say. Keep Austin weird, and it's like, well, how weird do you really want to be?
Well,
or
it's not
stay?
weird anymore. All the awesome, cool spirit of Austin has been eradicated by the influx of Californians and high rises.
I could totally agree with that. I'm not even gonna lie. That was like spot on.
I haven't been to Austin in a long time, so
I
I
haven't been to California in a long time.
I've never been to
Just go to
California.
Austin. California's 3 hours away now.
That's true. That's from what I hear. That's very true. I don't know. I need to take a trip up there soon. Probably during that eclipse in
That's when I'm going.
April. But you going to Austin?
Yeah, Sunday night. I'm leaving like early Sunday. I'll probably, cause I work Saturday. I'll probably get home, take a nap, and then I plan on leaving here Sunday no later than like 10 or 11 in the early morning. Cause the eclipse is on the 8th, so I plan on getting there on the 7th.
8th of what? March, April?
April.
Okay.
So I'm gonna find a spot in the next couple of weeks. I'm just gonna like look at like a map and shit and try and find some spot I want to go. Head out on the 7th. I'll probably wind up like sleeping in my car or something.
Yeah.
Somewhere near where I want to go shoot, and then
You're gonna video it or what?
I'm gonna take photos. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I've never
Get some
witnessed the
time
eclipse ever.
lapse.
Like when it was happening, I was either like inside or like something else was going on. People were like, the eclipse. I'm like, oh, what?
I've seen the eclipse. I don't
It
remember
makes the
which one a
shadows
couple of
look really
times.
fucking cool.
Because we had
What does it
one.
look like?
Which one did we have earlier this year? Solar? Right?
I have no clue, man. I didn't keep up with the
Wasn't
eclipse.
or was it in December? We had like the solar eclipse.
Did we have a lunar eclipse?
I
in
think this one's
December?
coming up, right? The lunar eclipse or
The
solar
one
eclipse?
coming up is solar
Shaq has a
eclipse.
mix.
Oh,
They
okay. Then
call
it was a
eclipse.
lunar eclipse then, and it made everything all
Because
wavy.
That's where the moon gets in between the sun and the earth, and then a lunar eclipse is like the opposite, whereas like the backside of it's illuminated.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember we had something like that happened a couple months ago. I think I didn't really pay attention to it, but a lot of people. I think I was at work when it was going on. But I think I did see some of the waviness of the eclipse going on.
Yeah, the last eclipse
was
I,
like, ooh.
remember was like 2017, 2018. A few years ago.
That's what I was gonna say. Like it sounds like I remember. Yeah, it was around that time. Like
Because we only got
2018.
like a partial view of it up here,
Yeah.
but it makes the shadows look like you're on LSD. It's fucking dope.
I forgot what LSD felt like.
Well, if that's what the shadows look like on LSD, then I don't need to take any to see that. I'm good with what I saw during the eclipse. I was like, oh, this shit's pretty trippy right
One
here.
time, it was the worst. It wasn't me, but it was just a story of a friend of mine. I was there while it was happening. So we were like 17 at the time.
Wait,
and,
hold on. Say that beginning part again.
Like it's not my story.
But you were there.
I mean, so I guess yeah. It's like it's not a story that happened to me. Like it's just a story that I was a part of, but it's not something that happened to me. It happened to somebody else. You see
So
what I'm
you
saying?
were the background character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw. I was like, okay, well,
I was
you were
the-
there, so it's kind of your.
I was-
It was your story too, man.
I guess so. Thank
This
you.
is my story.
This is.
My story.
I'm sharing it's a half of my story. Yeah, but no. So what happened was, I was with a friend of mine, and we were smoking at like my other friend's house. What happened was, this kid, he was real paranoid that his mom was always gonna get mad at him and catch him and shit. So he would just do the casual spray the cologne, try to put eye drops and everything, because he was like we were younger at the time, and he was really paranoid of his mom. Long story short, he's really high, and he grabs this bottle that looks like eye drops, but it's not eye drops.
Oh no.
Yeah, and he's putting it in,
Was
and
it
my
super
friend,
glue?
my friend tackles him to the floor and snatches that bottle. He's like, bro, he's like, that's LSD, and we're like, what?
Oh no.
Yeah, he's like, I just put like 2 drops of that in my eye. I'm like, well, shit, damn, man. And I remember having to take him home. Dude was tripping balls, and
Yeah, probably within like 5 minutes.
yeah, he said his fingers looked like they were turning to dicks and shit, and like
yeah.
he
Maybe they were dicks.
maybe.
they were.
You never know, but
Edward penis hands.
yeah, nah. I'm glad that the dude that had it wasn't a dick about it and just let it happen. Like as soon as he saw him like putting it in, because we didn't
Yeah,
see
that's
him.
a waste of money.
Yeah,
You can't be having somebody take acid and they're not gonna enjoy it.
And
We probably shouldn't have left it laying out.
we didn't think that he was gonna go and like start grabbing random shit, because like we were both just chilling. He's like, oh, I gotta go, my mom's gonna kill me. and all we see is like him grab the wrong. But this shit didn't even have a label on it. He should have put 2 and 2 together. Hey, those aren't eye drops. I mean,
Dude
they were in
coulda
the
straight
shape
up
of the
put
Visine
super
bottle
glue.
and everything like that. And he just like starts putting them in. This kid Juanito, man, like he was just, oh my god, he was pretty much our Alan from The Hangover. That was our Alan right there.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
much like spot on, exactly him, just a different name. That's all it was. And like, I remember one time like when we were at prom, and he was like so fucked up we couldn't even get him off the floor. We picked him up and like we were trying to carry him upstairs, and his head hit like the side of the stairs. He didn't even notice. He just
Oof.
kept going on, and we left like at 4 a.m. and he like wakes up out of nowhere from his little like alcohol coma. He's like, I gotta pee. We're like, oh, okay. And mind you, this is the last time I hung out with this guy. It was because of this right here. Uh, we pull up to the side of the freaking road. We're like in the middle of San Antonio and Houston, like where it's like straight up long like road country, nothing, no gas stations, no nothing. It's just straight road, woods, nothing is pitch black. We stop in the middle of the road, and he gets out, and he starts peeing right there in front of the car. But like he was so fucked up that he literally like in the middle of peeing just falls down, and you just see like piss in the air, and he lands in his piss. And we're like, dude, oh my god, man, like literally. We made him strip down to his boxers, and we're like, sit in the fucking trunk of the truck, man. Like, please, like.
Yeah,
we're
you
not
didn't want piss soaked clothes.
Dude,
all over
he would
your
just get too.
seats.
He didn't know his
My
limits.
upholstery.
He didn't.
Yes, my
he
fucking
didn't know his
upholstery,
limits, man. He would get. Don't get me wrong. I definitely had my moments where I got too fucked up, but this kid, he would go beyond his limits. He did not give a fuck about anything. Like, oh my gosh.
You know, I always
Sounds
know when
like a lot of
somebody's
people.
fucked up, like
Yeah.
they're like unreasonably fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
whenever they have like snot flying out their nose,
Ugh.
and they're just like
Yeah, he was
slurring their
definitely-
words, and it's like you're not okay. You don't even have to ask them if they're okay.
That was literally.
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Are you? Wait.
Yeah.
You're not
nah.
okay.
But
He needs
I
some
don't even
milk.
need to ask you that. I can tell by the way you're talking.
Yeah. Definitely. There was, oh my gosh, that was me, my dumbass. I was 16 at the time, and I don't know if you remember or not, because my brother had a party at our apartment. And you remember those apartments we lived at across the Beltway?
yeah, I went
Yeah.
to a couple of those.
Okay, well, it was one where I wasn't there, but I guess you guys were there. We were off in Louisiana, but like when I came back from Louisiana, there was like nothing but different types of bottles all over my brother's room. Like there was tequila, vodka, whiskey, just everything, bro. Nothing but different bottles. And I
Sounds
called
like a
Christian.
house
I was like,
party.
"Hey, could I have some?" He's like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Just don't go crazy." And I was like, "All right."
I
I
think
took a shot
I've heard
of
about
everything,
this.
bro. I took a shot of everything just to try it out, like
That
sample
sounds
this.
like going crazy.
Yeah. And that's
Don't
pretty
go
much what I
crazy.
did.
All right.
I took a shot of everything.
And so I mixed. I didn't know you weren't supposed to mix. I was like fucking 16. I didn't know. I was so new to drinking. I only smoked throughout like forever, but I never was big on drinking and shit.
Oh, you
so,
can mix if you want to. It's
dude, I
just
was mixing everything.
you probably. It sounds like you took a lot.
Yeah, because there was like 12 different bottles, man. And I mixed everything. I was just like, okay, let's try this. Oh, let me try this one. Let me try the. Dude, I kid you not, man. Like I remember turning on every single Michael Jackson video there was.
Fuck
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and I pulled up my microphone on my karaoke, and I was rocking with you all night long. And the next thing you know, the room was just spinning. I was throwing up for like 7 hours straight, bro. It was the worst.
Sometimes when I drink a lot, I like to put on Michael Jackson songs and just be like, "Damn, this dude was good." And that's pretty much it. I just listen.
He just said, damn, this dude was good.
He was the best. That was me one time. I had that moment with I think it was Freddie Mercury, man. Like I was just mad drunk, and I was just listening to his acapellas. I was like, dude, this guy was mad fucking shit. Like he's the best. Like, oh my god.
I remember when what's his name? David Bowie's last album came out, Lazarus. Those were just songs like I remember that's when I really started. Well, I think started drinking a good bit. Yeah, like hearing like those songs I don't know, they were so ethereal. So
Black Star is a very depressing album.
it is. It's a very depressing album.
But it's like but it's like a beautiful type of depressing. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, the dude knows he's about to
He
die.
was on death's doorstep, and he knew.
So he made
So
this
he
album
made an
about
album.
dying, and the Lazarus is about reborn stuff and all that, and just kind of listening to it, especially when you've been drinking, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like this dude really knew what was about to happen.
This dude really came from space.
It was
He
very
wasn't
interesting.
fucking around.
No, he definitely came from space. You know how he got his eye discoloration? He got hit really hard as a kid.
When he landed.
Wait, what? Oh, when he landed? Apparently, when he was a kid, he was bullied and he got like punched really hard in the side of the head and it changed his eye color.
You know how hard you have to hit somebody to do that?
Well,
Jesus fuck.
it's a different time, and I'm pretty sure bullies were still a lot more aggressive than they are today.
Jesus, that ass is fat.
I can only imagine getting cracked in the head so hard my eye goes from brown to like light blue. It's like,
Man,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
man, he was Fetty Wap before Fetty Wap was Fetty Wap.
Honestly,
Yeah, I punched that kid David in the head and his eye changed colors and now he thinks he's from outer space.
that's exactly what probably fucking happened.
Yeah. Most definitely.
It's like the
David Bowie went back to space and harvested that kid's organs.
it's not illegal in space.
Yeah,
I think.
You have no,
for real?
you have no jurisdiction up here.
Yeah, no, I think
It's like you're flying for America. Well, yeah, nah. Am I?
what are you trying to grab there, Maya?
What is it?
It's
Telescope.
it's well, it's supposed to be a. I thought it was a monocular,
It looks like
but it's for
sighting.
phones.
It's for phones.
It's for phones.
Like-
Yeah.
Is it like a magnifier? It's like a
Yeah,
telescope
so
for
you-
a fucking phone.
Yeah, you put So I thought it was gonna be just for the naked eye, but no, you put it up to your phone and it magnifies everything.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Usually when I do that stuff, I use binoculars.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to see with my eyes, but I think I actually got a pair of binoculars that just came in. Yeah, but I wanted to see further, of course. Does it work? You might have to, it's like one of those. You can change the settings by turning it a little bit and stuff like that. It's like a regular.
I mean, it's fully focused on the garage door, and it's pretty.
Okay, well that's better than you can see with your eye then, huh? What through that itself.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can see through with the phone. You can see through it.
Well, Eric, you can
perfectly.
have that. You're the photographer, anyways.
I'll totally use this.
Yeah, I can't because I was.
You just see me like.
Eric's a private
hey,
eye.
guy over there.
You're like, I can't get a good angle of this concert. I'm the guy.
Right.
There we go.
This guy came prepared for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely during the eclipse.
Fuck, that's funny. Fuck's that guy holding up to his phone?
Right.
I'm just like fucking all intense. Just
He's like,
Look
your
at him
iPhone
serious.
isn't shit, man. Look at this.
He's like, I've got the evidence. I've got the evidence.
I know he
Caught the
really
papers.
caught you in 4K.
Yeah, no, when I bought that, I put it up to my eye and I was like, I can't see shit out this thing. I felt it was
He's
like
like, you can see now, little man.
it's like the Django scene right there.
I can't see shit.
And so I was like, damn, this is like, because I got it on Temu, so I was like, wow, this is one of those things on Temu you get and it doesn't fucking work. And then I was on Temu like another time and I saw that people,
Temu?
like you put it up to your phone and I was like,
Oh, Timu. I was like,
Temu. I keep calling it Temu.
Temu.
But I kept realizing I was using it.
I was
realized
calling
I
it
was using it
TMMU at one point. I was like,
T.
I was spelling it out. I was like, TM.
Because you didn't know how to say it.
Nah.
You just gotta take that jump sometimes and sound stupid.
Temu.
Like I continuously do calling it Temu, even though people are like, oh, Temu, and I'm like, all right,
No,
fuck
dude,
you.
I honestly be finding some great stuff on Temu, man. Like, really. About, like, these, like...
So you just called it that yourself.
Temu?
You said Temu.
Temu. That's what it's called now?
Is it Temu? Temu? I don't fucking
I
remember.
think it's Timu.
Is it Temu?
Temu.
I don't know.
Temu?
But no, I found, like,
Temu?
dude, I found, like, these speakers on there for, like, $15. And they're, like, the best quality ever for some, like, $100, $200 shit. I was like, man, this is amazing. It was loud.
You know what's
good
funny
quality,
is
good
that
bass.
fucking JBL speaker I got over there was like $500 when it
Yeah.
came out. They sell that on the Alibaba website. It's like not branded.
Mhm.
It's the same size, same exact design. And you know the thing is like, well, they make these in China, so if they have a couple on the side over there,
everything in China.
they make
Yeah, I was
everything
about
in
to say
China.
everything's made
But-
in China, dude.
But so it's like, well, and they're selling them for like $100.
What that is called is a
Not Devil's River.
they call it like how
Not
they call
that.
it in the sneaker community. They call it a UA, which is an unauthorized authentic. That's what they call it, pretty much. It's like
Yeah, they're all made over there in like
Yeah,
some
instead of
Asian
calling
country.
it a replica, they just say it's an unauthorized authentic. I guess you could say.
Look, if the shit looks the same,
This was made in a different hallway at the same sweatshop. Only these kids weren't allowed to be making these Nikes.
Yeah, pretty much.
These were the Adidas kids. They weren't supposed to make these Jordans.
They were supposed to make these Jordans.
They weren't supposed to, but they did anyways. My boy.
I mean,
Why do
true.
my Jordans have the Adidas logo on them?
I wouldn't question it. In fact, I probably wouldn't even know.
I remember when I was like 6, I saw like Shaq's, like Shaquille O'Neal's little sneakers that he made.
Oh, the
And,
Shaqs, yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, Jordans. I was like, these Jordans are so
Oh,
cheap.
damn.
My brother was clowning me for it. He's like,
Because
yeah,
he was
Mom,
dunking
look,
on
Dad, let's buy him these Jordans. And I wore them.
Damn.
And I told everyone they were Jordans. Dude,
Chris is an asshole.
yeah, I know, dude.
This is an asshole.
I was bullied for a week, man. I was bullied for a week. It was amazing.
I remember I had a pair of black and blue Shaqs that were pretty nice, but
Black
I
and
didn't.
white
I
ones.
didn't care. Like I just wore them because they were shoes. So if people made fun of them, I'm like, yeah,
I
they're
mean,
Shaqs.
Try acting like Shaq's not a good player. Like, it's fuck out of here.
I want to
Like-
see you break
like,
the freaking
Yeah.
ring right now. Damn it.
Yeah, like Shaq's a good player. Like, and he has his own shoes. Like, if you're wearing
I think
Shaqs,
he made those shoes. Like, I remember reading something about those because I had some, and I was like, oh man, hell yeah. But he like made them so like I think they were for sale like Payless and like other like low income
Yeah,
areas.
yeah, I think
so
I-
he like
yeah.
made shoes so like low income kids
I
could have.
will say his restaurant that he opened up here in Houston is really good, man. Like his.
hold up, where the fuck is this
Shaq's
at?
a dope dude.
I forgot. I went for the grand opening just to see Shaq and tried the chicken. It's like I know it's in Midtown.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did hear. Yeah, I heard he had
Yeah,
a
I know
chicken
it's in-
restaurant. I
know-
forgot
I think
about
it's in
that.
Midtown for sure, but dude is really good, man. I was like, man, I was like Raising Cane's ain't got shit on this, but fucking.
Well, Raising Cane's, to be fair, didn't have shit on anything.
it's just like, it's
Their
just the
bread
sau-
is good.
I'm about to say their bread is pretty fire. If they didn't have that sauce, they'd be nothing, man.
Nah, the bread's still good.
It's still pretty damn good, but
The
that
chicken
sauce is-
sucks, but the bread's good.
The
I don't-
chicken's like terribly bland.
I would say it depends which Raising Cane's you go to,
Nobody
because
wants
I've been
to
to
go
a Raising
Cane's
Cane's.
for the chicken. They want the bread. I'm telling you.
I've been to a Raising Cane's, like, I think the one in Tascasita, that one just tasted ass. And then I went to the one in Kingwood. That one was good, man. It tasted flavorful and juicy and thick. And it was just, oh my God, it was good. But
Tascasita probably gave you like some old ass chicken. I was
probably.
just sitting
I will
there.
say, though, man, have you tried Trill Burger?
No, I've been meaning to actually.
It's pretty damn
but I
good.
don't feel like driving over
I'm not going to say it's, like, worth the whole entire hype of, like, what everybody says is the best burger. Because he won best burger in America. For
But
that.
how much does the burger cost?
13. And
Oh, that's not bad.
Whoa, for
Yeah.
a burger? I'd rather just go to Stack Burger.
I've never been there, but I know exactly.
Stack
what
Burger
I've
is
heard of
the
Stack
absolute
Burger.
best place to get a burger in Houston.
with the Chill Burger, I don't know. It's just like it's like it's very soft, juicy, flavorful. Has these caramelized onions on it. It tastes really good, and there's like a good chunk of meat on there. I give him that. Like the way he puts the patties on there. Is it worth $13? I'd say it's worth $10, not 13. On a scale
You know,
of
I'll
1 to
buy
10,
it.
I'm
just
giving it a
$3
7 out of
ain't too
10.
bad. Yeah, I heard it's. I
It's a
heard they
pretty
make
damn
some
good
pretty
burger,
good burgers.
like 7 out of 10.
I don't know. I'm gonna try it out one day, but before I do that, I gotta hit Smash Burger again because I haven't had Smash Burger in a minute. I really like that shit.
Same.
I'd get a fried egg on that, man.
Have
Or
you-
not fried egg? It
have
was
you-
some type of egg.
Where the fuck is there a Smash Burger around?
Yeah, it's up in
Oh,
Kingwood.
there's one right here.
Oh, it's a Kingwood?
Yeah, I'm about to say there's one right here in Kingwood actually, and then there's one right there in the Tascasita as well too.
Nah, Tascasita shut
Yeah, I was
down
gonna say
a
that
while
one
ago.
that's-
Oh, it did.
Yeah, it shut
Yeah.
down last year,
Damn.
I think. So it's not there anymore.
It's been gone.
Or
for a
else I
while.
would have gone there. But
Have
that's why I'm
you,
like, I need to go.
Have you tried Sparkle Burger?
Oh, downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is the tits.
Yeah, it is, man.
Sparkle's fucking awesome.
It is.
It sounds like a nice burger place. I don't know.
It's fucking dope.
It is. Josh took me there. He's like, "This is gonna be the best burger you ever tried." He's like, I swear.
Josh says that for damn near everything, and most.
I ain't gonna lie. Josh never lets me down for the food places. Every time Josh tells me a food place, it is pretty damn good.
Josh has let me down a couple of times, but I've known him for a very long time. So
Josh has never let me down.
I didn't even know you knew Josh. I was
It's
like,
like you have-
Just in case he hears this, Josh, you've never let me down.
yeah, Josh, I guess you got a good 2 out of 3. That's something in your favor.
2 out
right
of 3
there.
ain't bad. That's what Meatloaf said.
Well, all right. I guess we'll just go by Meatloaf standards now.
We will go by Meatloaf standards.
I don't even know who
Why-
Meatloaf
why
is.
will- the artist, right? Are you talking about?
That's
Are they like a group?
The singer.
Is a singer?
Oh,
I thought
wait a
it was like
minute.
multiple people.
No,
Wait a minute. Does he have long hair?
he used
I don't
to.
fucking know.
I was
Oh,
like,
he's-
yeah.
He's dead now, so he has no hair.
Oh my God, he
Gone.
did die some year. Was it like 3-4 years ago?
He died like 2 years ago.
I could
Oh,
be
shit.
completely wrong, But is it?
It was shortly after I first started working at 86, because that's like one of the things that Chris
I
and
didn't remember.
Like,
Yeah, I would play the
initially
Meatloaf
bonded and
songs.
talked over was that he likes
Yeah.
Meatloaf, and I was like, dude, you like Meatloaf? And then we just listened to like an hour and a half of Meatloaf, so like 5 songs.
Nice.
I forgot about Meatloaf. He has good songs though.
It's
Really
a lot
good
of
songs. Well, fuck. I guess we gotta listen to some Meatloaf another time.
Yeah.
You don't even know Meatloaf. Go away.
I said, yeah, I want to listen to it.
Well, I mean, yeah, you said you didn't know, so you want to listen to it. That's good. Yeah, we might have one more
I
fan.
wanted to try it out.
We'll have a meatloaf night. We'll make meatloaf, and then we'll listen to Meatloaf.
I'm totally up for that. Honestly, I like Meatloaf.
And then we'll watch all the movies that he was in.
He was in. Well, they had him as not the actual Meatloaf, but I think he was in Sausage Party. Like they had an actual Meatloaf play Meatloaf.
I know he was in Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
Yeah, he
Wasn't he
plays
the dad?
He's
Yeah.
in Fight Club.
He's in Fight Club?
Yeah, he plays Bob.
Brass out of Fight Club.
I haven't seen Fight Club, but I'm just surprised he was in Fight Club.
He plays Bob, who has bitch tits.
I have a cousin that has those.
Do you feel sorry for him? Is it a him?
I hope so.
I hope so.
It's like, I don't know. I'm just asking the question here.
Who is this?
I
Who's
don't-
texting me?
It's Chris. He knows we're talking shit about him, even though we barely said anything about
Yo, I heard you guys were talking shit.
him.
Oh no, it's Brianna.
Oh, okay.
So I'm an asshole, huh? He's just like, dude,
Oh,
how are you
man.
already watching this?
Man, I'm not gonna talk about this on a podcast, but I already told you earlier, man. She's just she's the bee's knees, man.
I mean, you could talk about how she's the bee's knees, and we'll send a clip to her. So it's like, hey, this dude, he keeps talking about you, and he thinks you're the bee's knees, and so
Dude, her
yeah.
mom, like, one thing her mom told me that was pretty cool, because like, she was like, she brings home nothing but duds. And she's like, you were a really fucking good guy. She was buying me like nothing but shots and shots when we were at Chili's, and like, she was just like,
Shots at Chili's, hell yeah.
She texted me. She's like, my
Shots
mom really
of
loves
chili.
She's like, my mom really
Goddamn.
like likes you a lot. She can't stop talking about you. She says that you're like a really good person, and like, I don't know, dude. I've known her for like maybe about a year and a half, but we were always so distant towards each other. Like we never really talked or crossed paths or really spoke at all. And we randomly just started chatting up. It was by accident too. I think it was like I forgot what happened.
Oh, hold on. Let me guess. You open up with a pickup line like,
No,
you
no,
no, hold on. I got.
we were talking.
Let me imagine what happened. You slid up next to her and you said, "Hey, you like spaghetti?" And then that was it. Y'all just hit it off.
Nah, we were talking. I think we were talking shit about. I did say something like that one time. Not her, but I told this one girl. I was like, "Hey, you have Italian in you?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Do you want some?" She just started busting out laughing. It was
That's
like,
pretty good.
"No." I was like,
Damn.
"Damn." I tried.
I think that was pretty good though.
Dude, it's because she was like fucking like. I'm 5'6", and this girl was like 6'1", I think, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is like Kip and LaFonda, pretty much, bro. I was like, oh god, I'm really starting it.
I mean, you had to come with your A game with a girl that's like fucking how tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
5'6".
I'm short, bro.
She
I'm
was like
pretty
7 inches taller than you, from your estimation.
She's gonna pick you up,
God damn.
and
I'll let her.
she's
let her.
She's gonna fuck herself with you.
Dude,
Like you're gonna have no power.
I'd
She's
be
gonna be
okay
like,
with
"Come here,
it.
little man."
Like,
It's gonna be like,
take me away.
That's
feels
the
like
type
a-
of stuff Eric likes right there.
Nice.
like one of the Amazonians of Futurama. Just
Oh yeah, for real. What do they call it? The snooze
Snooze
snooze.
snooze.
Yeah, death by snoo, man.
she's
Man.
what 6'1".
Oh, I don't remember. No, not the girl I'm talking about. This was just like a random girlfriend I met at the club.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
I
So
thought you were
Before he
talking
met
about
the
chick.
girl that he's talking
yeah,
about.
Oh, I thought that's who you were talking about.
Yeah, no. The girl I met, I think we were randomly just like, we were talking shit about the Grammys. That's what it was. Because I was like posting something about the Grammys, and then she was like, "Yeah, this is some fucking bullshit. Like it's completely played out. It's like not real, and everything like that."
Nothing is.
And I think
The
we just
fuck?
started sharing similar music interests, and that's what like started getting our connection, was our connection through music and everything like that. And I posted a story of like,
I'm just pouring up a drink. Goddamn.
may I take a hit of that?
I was about to. was about to ask if anybody wanted some of the whiskey, but
May I take a hit of it?
I know you got your Vizzy.
Oh yeah, you
Eric, you drinking? You want a tonic water? I know you got your
Oh, do I want some tonic water?
Long story short, though, like I'm not gonna go into full detail
think
because
I might
we'll
drink
be here forever.
whiskey with root beer today.
Oh yeah, it's
because I don't feel like driving home
What?
with an open container.
Long story short, we just like we met through a connection of music pretty much, and that's what like made us like start talking and everything like that. And we ended up being in the same situation like what I'm going through right now with, you know, the mother of my child, what she's going through right now with the father of her child. It was very right timing, right similar situation, and we're both like, this is like the perfect type of company. And you know, we're both introducing each other to things that we didn't know. She's showing me stuff I never thought I could do before. I'm showing her stuff she never thought she could do before. Like for example, like she got me in the gym.
Yeah, I was about
She
to
got
ask. Give me an
working out.
example.
Yeah, she got me in the gym. She got me working out. She got me like in a healthier like.
Oh, you did tell you.
Yeah,
you did tell me about this girl a while
Yeah.
ago, and you told me about all that. Okay, yeah,
And,
that's good.
Like
though.
she's just getting me so much. For her, she was never allowed to have freedom. She wasn't allowed to dress the way she wanted to. You know me being a man of fashion and everything like that. I was like, just let me like style you out.
Yeah, this dude's always at the forefront of like whatever the fuck's coming out.
Mhm.
I mean, he's gonna wear some trash bags by Kanye pretty soon.
Nah.
But
Some
it's like,
trash bags.
No, dude. Let me
By
tell you
Kanye.
this. My homegirl was in not Kanye's recent show. One of my homegirls was in one of Kanye's most recent shows. Guess how much this guy paid her?
How much?
$100.
Am I supposed to be like, damn, that's a lot of money? I don't know.
No,
I don't
bro,
know.
That's not a lot of money. You're Kanye West. Then again, I heard he was like broke now or in debt or something. He's not a billionaire anymore.
Well, he
but
just paid all that money for that fucking Super Bowl.
Kanye West.
Yeah, he had a Super Bowl commercial.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah, well, I didn't
Apparently,
even know
dude,
about it.
somebody
It's the first
told
time
me-
hearing about it.
Somebody,
Jordan came from an alternate reality.
dude,
I know for real. You came from the reality
Dude,
where
I
Kanye's
swear.
winning.
Kanye has no
swear.
money in the alternate reality.
I didn't see it
He
myself.
hastily shot a Super Bowl commercial.
And I was drinking. I had a lot of shots and stuff while we were watching the Super Bowl.
I got flirted with by Tiana Taylor at Travis Scott's game
Was
last
it,
week.
Who the fuck is that?
Tiana Taylor?
Yeah.
I gotta show you in a
Was
minute.
it before or after the halftime show?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Oh,
Because somebody told me.
Because I left right because we closed the bar like at halftime because like nobody fucking came in. So like right after Alicia Keys' part in the halftime show was done, I left. And then I got to the bar, and I think the halftime show was fully done by the time I got there.
See, I gotta look it up because somebody told me that he had a Super Bowl commercial and he was selling some of his sock shoes. This is at the bar a couple of days ago.
I remember.
Yeah, you were there.
I threw those away.
You were there.
I remember hearing about
You
the
had
sock
those?
shoes and all
Yeah.
that.
A friend of
But-
mine gave me a pair, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I just threw them to the side. I was like, "Yeah, no."
It's like budget Skeletos or something.
I
But
did
go ahead,
not
Eric.
I did not see the commercial.
Neither did I.
Yeah, when that
This is the
dude was
first time
telling me,
hearing
I was
about
like, I don't remember seeing this commercial, but apparently I missed a couple of commercials.
Maybe
so.
he's from an alternate reality.
it. You got a portal gun, my
he's-
friend?
He saw the commercial and he was like, "Hey, I have to get to the other dimension. I have to."
Oh, I think. Oh shit. He's. I mean, apparently it happened. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know if it was there.
That was the commercial?
That was a commercial.
What the hell is that supposed to be? I love
It was
Ye,
it
but
was
what
a
the hell is
thing.
that?
Well, he said he spent all his money on the commercial, so he was.
So
like,
he spent money to say that I have a commercial, to post that commercial, but there's no purpose of the commercial is what I'm hearing.
I'm not out this.
Well, the thing is that he spent the money to get the commercial spot.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Didn't spend the money to make the
done with that
commercial.
whenever, like, so you can hit that.
So he just had to say, "Hey, I got shoes. Go buy them." And then people are like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, no, I got those shoes for free and then
yeah.
tossed them.
So instead of
Apparently, this actually happened because the people are saying I didn't remember a single Super Bowl ad, but I remember this one. I don't even remember seeing that one. I think I probably went to go piss or something. I don't know.
I have no clue. Fucking I got Metro Boomin and Travis Scott to sign the vinyl that I had, and dope because Metro produced it, and Travis is the artist of the album. So, like, to have them both sign that was really fucking sweet, man. Like, I'm probably gonna hold on to it and like wait to see if it goes up in value, but. Like right now, I have people wanting to buy that shit. It's like high, but not as high as I'm wanting. I have people wanting to buy that for like 3K, which is high. Yeah,
Hey, that's
but
good.
I know it can
Yeah.
go higher. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna save it like when it goes higher. Because Metro Boomin, that dude is like an amazing. He's like, I feel like people would say I'm jumping the gun on this, but you got to really look at Metro and look at his performance, look at his timeline, look at everything he's done for the culture. Dude is, I feel like the Quincy Jones of our time, in my opinion, man. Like, dude is off the charts with production and producing. No matter what art, like he'll, instead of doing the same formula over and over, whatever artist he is brought, he will match their energy and bring the best out of that artist to their exact flow and style, and make a great production out of it. You know what I mean?
I think I could totally see where there's a disconnect with that because there's quite a difference between being Quincy Jones and putting the music together the way he did and the way Metro Booming does.
Well, that's
Not
the thing,
discounting Metro Booming actually being really good at putting together beats, but Quincy Jones was a whole nother beast when it came to music and I mean just in general, just snippets of the orchestras and everything he put together. Like I mean, it's complete different than a guy who, I don't know what Metro Boomin's, how he produces things, but you got to look at what he does compared to what Quincy Jones
see,
did.
it's what I say was similar with that is because like when Quincy Jones was producing for people, notice how they were always winning those Grammys and those awards. Same thing with Metro Boomin, who he be getting those artists Grammys and awards all the time for his like masterpieces. Dude went in, I don't know if you've seen it or not. Dude went and conducted a live orchestra himself while doing the beats and the orchestra at the same time and was making a straight masterpiece. I was like, holy freaking like crap! Like I didn't think that man was capable.
I've never seen that, but it sounds like something really interesting to see.
It is, man. I was like, whenever you
So
have a chance,
he was standing up there.
like Kanye with the beat pad, and at the same time conducting the actual live orchestra and making outstanding tracks, bro.
I mean, I'll have to check that out. Now I've never seen it or heard of it, but I think I do think Metro Boomin, from what I usually hear of his beats, I do think he's pretty good, and especially when it comes down to how the culture is and how they just like catchy tunes nowadays. I think Metro Boomin definitely fits the hold attention with catchy tunes. I wouldn't say he's a Quincy Jones type person though. Hell, I don't even know who to really equate him with when it comes down, because you would really just talk about who makes these beats. Because I was gonna say maybe you can't even equate them to like DJs,
Yeah, like
because
DJ
they're
Khaled
completely
or something like that. Like nah.
no, not even DJ Khaled. Fuck that guy. I mean, nah, DJ Khaled, he makes good stuff, but I'm talking about like DJs who actually like they put the disc down, they'll spin the disc, they'll mix things up. DJ Khaled to me isn't really.
DJ Khaled's just
he's
a popular hype man.
He's a DJ in the sense that he probably did do a disc jockey job at a point, but I just don't see him actually like being like DJ Premier or something,
No,
or
dude is like he's all.
is it Eric B and stuff like
He's
that?
the best music.
He's all publicity though, because when I met him,
All right, you get out of here.
when I met DJ Khaled, like I saw that it was just nothing but like he's just a publicity person, because like
Boy, the best
like
music.
he literally
So
like when he
fucking
came here,
whack.
he treated all of us like shit. He made us wait just so he could finish his pizza and shit, and like dude was just acting like such an asshole, and like he was too good for everybody. And I was like, what the fuck, man? And as soon as he got to, and I'm pretty sure it's every celebrity, but like as soon as he got to Instagram and everything, he's like, oh, I love Houston, I love H-Town, y'all are my people. I was literally in his Instagram post, and like he's literally like just going like riding our dick, but he was treating all of us like shit.
Well, you know why people do that, right?
It's called pandering.
Yeah.
Well, besides that, yeah, it's definitely you got to pander to the audience, and that is actually the point. Houston is a fucking big city. It's a huge city. It's one of the biggest cities in the world. If you don't pander to Houston, you're gonna lose a big fan base. Out of how many people here might like or listen to DJ Khaled? I mean, personally, in high school, I listened to those hype songs. Yeah, all I do is win. I couldn't even remember another song right now, but that was definitely one of them. Welcome to my hood, we taking over. Those songs were like great when I was in high school, and everybody wants to kind of.
Jordan used to go around and steal people's lunch money.
I know.
Well, you're not supposed to tell people that.
Yeah, I heard about that, Mr. Mr.
Fucking
Smith, the
blasting-
audio video teacher, told me
blasting
he's like,
all this hype music, and he just rolls up on people. And Jordan's tall, so you know he gets grabbed by the ankles. He's fucking kids.
I
It's
could totally see that.
yeah,
George is like so nonchalant. Hey man, yeah, you give me your lunch
And
money.
nobody
Man.
would believe that.
I know, for real. I know, like nobody would believe, but it seemed like something that would
He
happen.
stole my lunch money.
Jordan wouldn't do it.
That
Nah.
guy, Jordan's
I
just like, Jordan's just in a hammock, just like drinking. Just like relaxed, just like sitting back. That guy over there? There's no way.
No, yeah, no,
There's no
I
way
took
he
his lunch
took-
money.
there's no way.
Man,
I don't think I ever stole anybody's lunch money. I couldn't say I
there
ever
was. Oh my gosh,
did. If I did, I don't remember, and it wasn't an
If I
accident.
did, I don't remember.
there's
It's exactly what somebody would say.
Yeah, probably so.
there was this kid that
I don't remember doing that.
there was this kid that was
Plead the
getting,
fifth.
like bullied for his lunch money and everything like that, and it was like by this like huge like fat white ginger type like curly hair kid, like Bobby from King of the Hill, pretty much.
Damn.
And like
Man, this kid got bullied by Bobby Hill.
and he comes up talking about give me your lunch money, and he's looking up and down at his stomach. He's like, I don't think you need it, man. And then I'm just like dying. I'm like, how do you come up with that as a first grader? Like that shit was funny as hell. But I've never seen anything like that. Like after that, I was like the only time I've ever seen someone actually get bullied for their lunch money. I was like, did people actually do that? I thought that was a thing in the movies. Like even seeing someone shoved in a locker. I was
Most
like,
of the time, yeah. I've never seen anybody get shoved into a locker. I always thought that was stupid. It's definitely possible when you got a bunch of lockers around. Like, I mean, if you're gonna shove somebody at a wall or
they
something, it's
shoved
gonna
them
be
in the humble
lockers
middle
on it.
locker. I don't know how they did it because those lockers were tiny, man. I was like, how the heck?
Oh, like shoved them inside of it. Oh,
Good times, man.
My friends and I would hide in lockers.
I don't think I
how'd you
could
get
say.
out? Did
I
you
was
just
lucky,
like
yeah,
leave
how'd you
something
get
in the
out?
way of the door jam, or?
Yeah, or like, you know, like when we're like going down the hall and stuff, one of us would like hop in, and then the other one would just like, you know, sit like, you know, like wait next to the locker and
What
just
the
like open it up just to like, you know, hop in the locker because
Okay.
it's
Why
fun.
not?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it sounds like something interesting to do.
I mean,
I think the only time I found some money on the floor in the hallway once. I was in I think it was 11th grade.
Yeah.
I remember I was walking down the hallway, Summit Creek's long ass fucking quarter-mile hallway to go to. I don't even think it was a lunch. I think it was to go somewhere else.
You
And
were
I
going
just
the
happened to
LGI,
look-
weren't you?
What?
You were going to the LGI, weren't you?
No, what the fuck is the LGI?
What the like? You know those like every like okay in Summer Creek like every like little hallway.
You talking
had
about the rooms
the
behind?
computers like behind
Oh,
the
yeah,
classrooms,
yeah,
like
back
all the computers,
there,
and they had
and
all
then
the
they
seats
had-
and everything like that where people would get caught fucking like literally.
I know a dude who would just talk about how he would go around fucking in like some place in the school, and I was one day I asked
I did
him,
it on the catwalk. That's how I
I had sex in my high school's auditorium, a couple of different bathrooms, somewhere like out around by the field house.
Did you go to Summer Creek as well or no?
No.
Oh.
I did not.
Summer Creek wasn't even built when this man was walking through the halls of high school. The annals of the halls, as people say, to make it sound cool.
Huh?
How old are you, dog? If you don't
33.
mind? I was spot on. I was like, he has to be at least 32 or 33.
Well, yeah, because that would be after the school was built.
Man, I'm.
Because when I went, I was the first full graduating class. I went there whenever it opened as a freshman.
We're not
so.
too far from each other though. 'Cause I'm 26, so it's not too far. We're not too far.
No, because I'm only 28, so yeah.
Man, no, I did have sex though at the catwalk in the auditorium. We just went all the way to the top, and it was just fucking. It was
That
the
sounds
best.
like fun.
Yeah, it was the best. Cause I guess the fear of being caught was like the coolest.
Yeah, that's
thing.
dude.
Yeah.
Sex in public is the dopest shit. I've had sex in like several different spots in public, and there's like that. There's that like creeping fear of like, oh my god,
Something's gonna. But
Are
it
we gonna
makes
get
it
caught?
more
Are we gonna get
enjoyable.
caught?
It makes it more enjoyable for sure.
Next time.
I almost did get like caught one time. I was having sex in the back of a car in a church parking lot, and
He said right
some
after you.
Church parking lot.
some car like rolls up. And it
Bet
just,
Satan
like,
can't wait to get his hands on you.
some car just rolled up behind us, and like the headlights stayed on there, like just like on us, and I was like, "Yo, we need to get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
And then like
did you
all of a
just
know
sudden,
what you're doing?
I leapt from like the back seat, and like in one fell swoop, like Dante and Devil May Cry, like I put my pants on as I was jumping into the front seat of the car.
Dude,
Didn't put my shirt on, cranked that shit on, got the fuck out of there, and my house was like right around the corner from the church.
Nice.
So we park and we get out, and as soon as I get to my front door, a fucking sheriff's deputy goes hauling ass down the road in front of my house in the direction of the church. Just and I was like, oh my god, we need to get the fuck like inside now. Like, cause that Jeep was there was like a Jeep that fucking just like pulled up behind us. Like they must have been like watching or something from somewhere.
They said,
Like,
could
oh.
that be me?
What are they doing? And then the do-good citizen that they are, they clearly called the cops because that dude...
Officer, there are
full
teens fucking in the church
in
parking
the church
lot.
parking lot.
I need you over here ASAP. This is an emergency.
Oh, I'll be right on it.
Oh my gosh,
fucking
this is
crazy.
the biggest deal ever. They're doing something that I can no longer do.
Yeah, because we sat there and, like...
Oh, God.
Because we were, like, we had been going at it for, like, a minute, and then, like, the Jeep, like, rolls up there, and
I've already
then
seen everything. I've
and
seen
she
every
was-
hole.
She was like, oh, you think they'll leave? And I was like, maybe. And then we just kept going at it.
And did you just,
I didn't
did
give
you
a
stay
shit.
there?
Like, they couldn't, like, they didn't have, like, a full clear view, but, you know, they definitely saw something.
I was,
And I was like, fuck it. Like, we're here minding our own business. Like, what are you doing? Get out of here.
yeah, no.
Why
I'm
the
definitely-
church?
I was about to say,
Why the church, though?
I don't know, because
you know, I mean,
it was an easy spot to hide. A pretty vast open parking lot, and that's a good, like, it was, you know, I lived out in the middle of fucking nowhere on county roads, so there was a lot of dark spots in the parking lot that I didn't think anybody would, like, care to go exploring
Except for the,
at
the
fucking,
one
like,
Jeep.
you know, 1-something in the morning.
oh my god. Yeah, those
no,
people
this
had
wasn't
no
like,
type
this
of
was
life
like,
then.
this was like, like, after midnight. Like, this was way late.
Yeah, these people had to be straight
But yeah,
haters.
they just
that
sat
had
there,
no type of life.
and we, like, kept going, and then kept going. And then, like, that, like, the Jeep's, like, lights came on, and I was, like, they turned their headlights, like, back on. And, like...
So you turned them off and on?
Well, they pulled up behind us, and then, like, just sat there.
Oh, they pulled
But
up
they, like,
behind
they didn't,
y'all.
like, leave the lights on. They pulled up
Oh,
behind
whoa.
us, and then, like, I was like, ah, whatever, fuck it. Like, we'll just keep going. And then they put their headlights... Then they put their headlights on and didn't move. And then
Wow.
I was like, ah,
That's fucking creepy.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's kind of weird, man.
let's go. And then...
Maybe it was just like some obese dude just jacking off, like, you know.
What if he goes out there and jacks off, and he and then he calls the cops. Yeah, I got a couple of teens fucking in the parking lot.
Man, that's straight hater right there, man. Like,
What if somebody else called the cops and they got there and the dude was still just jacking
Yo,
off?
what if what if somebody saw him jacking off to me having sex in the back of my car, and they were like, we're like, wait a minute. 911. Yes, there's this 40-something-year-old man jacking off,
To these
watching
teens.
teenagers have sex
I
in
don't
the
know
back
which
of the
one's
car
worse.
at the church.
I don't know which one's worse. Could you
Oh
please
my
get over? We'll be
God.
right on him, man. I mean, I kind of
I
like.
can see a sheriff's deputy calling ass over there for that.
You guys are not
Yeah.
gonna believe this
Yeah,
shit.
for that. Yeah. Well, I got this call. Apparently, some old man was jerking these teens fucking in the back of their own car.
At a Home Depot? No, not even at a
Home
church.
Depot.
At a Home Depot. Jesus Christ.
Dude, because we had that situation happen at a Home Depot. Similar, dude. It was fucking weird.
Hold on.
I know what I'm about to say is
Start from the beginning on that. I know you just started, but
Okay, so basically what happened was, it was the creepiest thing ever. So this lady was walking around, I guess, and this dude was just being a creep to her, and like he starts jacking off, like, but following her. I'm like, dude, how? It's
Oh, he's
clearly
one of
on
those
something.
weirdos.
Yeah, and she gets over to the paint section where I'm working, dude, and she's looking for.
he was doing
brushes.
this in the store.
Yes, bro.
Oh, I was thinking this is in the parking lot.
Everybody, in front of children, in front of like
Oh my
people,
god,
like in front of everybody.
that's
and so,
insane.
Like she finally
Something's wrong with
notices
that
him,
fucker.
and she turns around.
Nobody
And-
told this woman that was going on.
No, like his penis wasn't out until he got to the paint department. He was kind of just rubbing himself while following her. You see what I'm saying?
I feel like that's pretty obvious, man. If
It-
you're rubbing to get
hey,
hard like
I
that,
didn't
that's gonna
see-
be obvious.
I didn't see that. I only saw what I saw because I worked in paint. I stayed in my department. I didn't.
I gotta
see
be
anything
honest.
Until he got there.
I would have gotten and be
And
like,
so-
ma'am, this
Yeah,
dude's
the
rubbing
general
himself
public dropped
vigorously.
the ball on that one because you know he's He's just like walking, just like hard, brother.
What I saw,
He's
like,
just like
I didn't see anything until I heard her screaming. I was like, why is the woman screaming? I turn around after I hear her screaming,
He's
and
just,
like, yeah, and then like he's just like, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And then like everyone starts running to my area and shit, and I'm like, yo, and then like people are throwing shit at him, and they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And like the woman like runs.
Hold on. People are throwing shit at this man at Home Depot. I mean, there's some lethal things to throw at Home Depot. What were they throwing at this man?
I think someone threw like a fucking like a rolling kit, like the paint roller kit. Like I don't remember. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. But,
Oh, okay.
They were throwing random shit at him. But so I remember the lady ran to go find her husband, and you know the dude's already run out the store and everything. Everyone's throwing shit at him. The police get there, and they asked the husband if he did anything. Like, did you chase the guy down? Did you do anything? The husband was like, oh well, no, I didn't see him. And they kind of looked at each other like, what the fuck? They found him within an hour. I don't know how.
Damn.
Yeah, they found him within an hour. They
That's
arrested
pretty
him and shit.
pretty good police work.
The lady was just traumatized and shaking, bro. Like, I gotta be real with you. She wasn't even dressed slutty or anything like that. She was just like a regular like.
Oh yeah,
chilling-
the tomboy.
I don't think women have to be showing anything to just promote
That
that
too.
kind of
I mean,
thing.
like I was gonna say, like regardless, you shouldn't be jacking off in front of like anybody like that in that type of like.
Yeah, you shouldn't be jacking off in front of anybody.
I'm gonna say like
in
just, like,
public.
that's just like.
I was saying, unless they like want it.
Nah, I'd say just in your alone is fine.
Some people want you to jack off in
There's
front of them.
definitely
There's some
like,
women out there like that, you know.
I've
No,
Definitely
I haven't met anybody like that yet. But shit, to each his own. I mean, if you go to a nude beach, I don't know.
I don't think that kind of activity is allowed on nude beaches.
Yeah, I've never been to one, but I'm pretty
Paris.
sure you can't just jack
I
off
mean,
on
yeah,
the
Paris,
beach.
I've seen some shit. Oh my god.
I'd be very.
Well, I mean, if you
surprised.
saw some creep just like
Oh, I just meant
shirking in Home Depot, you know some creep's gonna go there, but
I meant like on like.
kind of like in Home Depot, I don't think you can do it there.
I meant like a film sketch, but yeah, that too though.
Honestly, I think I'm more afraid of a dude just jacking off in public than I am of a dude with a knife or a gun, because obviously that dude's just extremely not right in the head.
I wouldn't wanna like even remotely try to fuck with nobody.
Like,
that.
I'm
I would
not
definitely call
going
the
near
police.
that
If I was
guy.
the police, I'd be kind of scared to tackle somebody like that. Like, fuck, I really gotta tackle this dude.
I don't know,
jacking off.
man. Just kick him in his dick.
That's
That-
an
that-
option.
that should-
I
that should
maybe
put him
throw
down.
something at it, but yeah, kicking, yeah.
What if he busts one off before you get him in the dick? Now you got this man's cum on your leg.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta
almost
throw
like
something at
that's
him.
why I don't
You
want to
gotta
get
throw
near him.
something.
Like, you know, there's something wrong with this dude. Who knows how close he is to finishing? Like,
It's a time bomb.
yeah,
You don't know when he's gonna go.
it's a fucking
Yeah,
time
that was,
bomb
like,
waiting to
probably
go
one of
off.
the worst things I've ever seen in my
Some
life. though,
dude
man.
runs to tackle a guy, and he's like, no.
I hope that woman.
It's
went
like
to
that
therapy
Dave
for
I
Chappelle
was
that.
skit
gonna say
almost,
that's
yeah.
that
Fucked up.
sketch that Dave did.
Terrible.
Yeah,
He could go off.
rush him. He can't come on all of us.
What the fuck?
You've never seen that?
Rush him. He can't.
That
come
Dave
off.
Chappelle skit?
Nah, maybe I have. I'm not
I
sure.
wish I had the thing
doing
set
the
up to show
stand-up.
video on that. Well, I need to
Talk
get
about
a
this
TV
dude
here.
jacking off on a train.
The bus.
Oh, it was the bus.
That dude
that's
had
right.
to be on something though, man.
The
I hope
public-
that woman went to
The
therapy.
public, good old public transportation.
I've heard lots of stories about public transportation with that shit.
I've seen piles of human shit on
Yeah.
public transportation.
So
I've
have
seen
I.
puddles of piss. I've seen
Yeah.
puke. I've seen people having sex.
I did see a man like having a conversation with a bird one time on public transportation. That was pretty
That's
cool.
normal.
Yeah,
that's
that's, that's just everyday crackhead activity.
Like that dude was like really into that shit. He's like, bro, like I'm trying, man. And I was like, man, he really is. I feel bad for this guy. Like he's trying, man. That shit.
Wait, he told you he was trying?
No, he
told
told
the
the bird.
pigeon.
He told
Oh.
the bird
He's like,
that he was
he's like, you
trying.
feel me, man? I'm just trying to make it, bro. You feel me? And that pigeon was really listening to him too. I was like, wow.
Pigeon's like, I feel you, man. I've made like 2 nests this week and they keep
I
getting
made
knocked
like
down.
2 nests this week. Did you just fucking talk?
Shit.
And he just takes off down the street.
And everybody's like, nah, he's just tripping, man. But little we know that pigeon really just fucking talked. Like,
there
you
was
know,
there was a news article from like I think it was in December or November about a bird that says hello.
That is
Huh?
an empty evidence. You finished that bottle of that fast order?
No, I still got it over here.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
It's an old bottle. I finished those pretty quickly though. But anyways,
Oh, speaking of, let me get some of that whiskey.
Oh yeah, you want some? Well, here we'll take.
Yeah, I
it.
don't want to try my gin just yet because I want to.
It's not
I don't want to leave it here, but I don't want to drive home with it open.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't see the difference. Just I'm holding it up
Oh
for
shit,
you.
my bad.
I was like,
I wasn't even. I thought you were still reaching for
I
it.
was like, if you can just grab it one day. But
I just like sit there and look at you.
at that point, I put the shit down. I'm like, look, if you're not gonna grab it,
You know what? You don't get any whiskey.
This man obviously took something else before he came here. Yeah, fuck. But a man jacking off at Home Depot.
That's pretty wild.
Hey, what's funny is that there was last year I started hearing about people, women who would go to Home Depot to with like dating resumes and hand them out to people. Imagine handing one to that guy.
Oh yes, I like your style. Not afraid to do it in public. She just gets on her knees and starts. Oh, I'm into it too.
Did you just open another root beer?
No, this is the one from earlier.
Oh, is that? Oh, I was like, damn.
There's cold ones, isn't there?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like,
That's right.
that's why I
you
said
are-
another root beer.
I took a cold one out of the fridge.
Well, because that's
without
why I was
you
like,
even
did you just open
noticing.
up another root beer when we got 2 in the freezer and 2 in the fridge?
I've got one from the freezer.
Would you like one from the freezer?
Yeah, I actually do.
All right.
Are they cold?
Yeah, no, they're way past cold.
Way past. You open them up, they've exploded.
Yeah, I had it happen once. Well, probably like twice. I put something in the freezer and it's like
Left it in there too long.
it's not. Well, beers and alcohols don't really freeze like that too quickly. You gotta leave them in there for a while. I think this was like some. It was like some non-alcoholic drink meant for relaxing, and I think it blew up in there, and I completely forgot because I was gonna sip on it, and it fucking exploded one day. I opened my fridge. And I was like,
Non-alcoholic drink.
no, I was
meant for
playing some.
relaxing.
I was playing some games, and while I was playing games, I had my headset on. I don't know, it just poof. And I looked at my fridge like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, I left that damn non-alcoholic drink in the fridge, and it blew up. Luckily, it was only like a
What?
4-ounce can.
You heard it in your room though?
No, I was here playing
Oh.
games, and
I
it
thought you
just,
said you were playing.
the
games
fuck
in your
it
room.
exploded. It went poof, and then the
Poof.
door flew open. And I was like, what the fuck? And
Wait,
I
like
remember,
the mini fridge door blew open?
yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I had left a non-alcohol. It's like this. It's called like Euphorics. I actually have one of their drinks here still.
Sponsored
It
right
works. They fucking work, too. But they're expensive.
What is that whiskey called?
See, this is this is Evan. Oh my bad, you're holding. What the fuck is going on there?
It's called what?
Looked over, just saw that blob in my face. So yeah, I got this Euphorics for Humankind. It's kin, and it's like fucking
Kin?
yeah.
Oh,
Have you tried it?
no.
Dude,
I thought it was like KEN, like Street Fighter Ken. I was
No.
like, what?
No,
Oh,
so
for
it's
real?
it's a
Hadouken?
non-alcoholic mixer, right? And what it does is it's really relaxing. Like one day I was drinking at work, I didn't know you're supposed to mix it.
Well, you just like drank straight.
I was about to
Oh
say, you
my
just drank it
god,
straight?
I was
Relax
drinking that
juice?
shit straight, and I remember at one point, I got so relaxed, all the air just flew out of my fucking lungs. And I was like, whoa, okay.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, this definitely sounds like avoid more than 4 servings within 24 hours.
Yeah, I definitely had half the bottle within
Jesus,
30
fucking
minutes.
Christ,
Dude, let me
That's
show-
why
that
I'm
was-
saying you're not supposed to drink more than like 4 servings. Within
That
this
was
amount of
me
time.
in November.
So
Let
I
me show you.
I fucked up, but
Yo,
it was relaxing.
same.
Drink within
Mine was in
14
November, and it was with the
days.
whiskey as well. I wanted to try it out. ASAP Rocky released this whiskey that he did. Forgot what I'm about to show you right now. It's called Les Short Prince or something like that. Miss Short Prince. It's cool though, cause like the bottle's made out of glass, and it has shot glasses attached to the bottle, one on top, one on bottom, so you can share it with a friend.
Oh, that's cool.
And it tastes really good, really smooth, bro. But I did finish almost half that bottle by myself, and it was bad, man.
That cowboy hat I got over there came with 2 shot glasses. It says 100% agave on the shot glass. I got one over here. I don't know where the other one is.
Here
but
it is. Yeah,
That's
Miss
tequila
Short
sucks.
Prince.
It's all right. Yeah, tequila kind of does suck. What is it? Mercer Prince?
Miss Short.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, it looks fancy. It's in a very
High
square
road
bottle.
sparks, conscious connections.
It ain't
social
bad. It was like, I
chasms
want to
after
say like
dark.
$40. Not bad.
$40 for that?
Yeah.
That's not bad at
It's
all.
not bad.
No, yeah, it's not. That's a.
And it had great quality, great tasting.
Where did you get this?
I was fucked up, bro.
I got that from Dashmart because we were gonna throw them out because nobody bought it. Very
That's
few
what she
people
said.
bought that shit when we had it on and like over there. So they were gonna throw it out, and I drank one up there,
Y'all remember in 2010?
and then that's the second one that they were gonna throw. So I took that one home. I was gonna give it to your brother, Chris, but now he's a fugitive now.
Oh my god.
But now he lives so far away, and I didn't have it on me before that happened. I think I got that right when his whole thing happened. And I was like, oh, I was gonna give it to him, but I never knew I was gonna go see him. So I don't know. Now we can enjoy it. It's an interesting beverage.
Can't wait to try this.
Oh, dude, it's a relax. It's
super excited.
it will put you on your ass if you drink too much within like an hour, like I did.
So it says there's about 8 servings per container, which means avoid drinking more than half the bottle within 24 hours.
I did it.
And it sounds like you did not do that, and it sounds like you had a pretty great time.
Oh, dude, no, it was terrible. I was working and I did it at work, and I got so fucking relaxed and tired. And I was like,
Was
damn.
it this flavor?
Yeah, that same
Okay.
one. I mixed it with Topo Chico, I think.
Topo Chico.
Well, actually, at first I was drinking it straight, and then when I figured out you had to mix it, I think the next time we had some we were tossing out, I mixed it with Topo.
We should drink this and play board games.
It's definitely one of those drinks, I'll tell you that much.
We should not have any alcohol, just this and marijuana and maybe mushrooms.
You have
Yo,
some.
I told Mom that story.
You
about
have some
the
mushrooms?
fucking mushroom tea, like whenever we fucking drank it.
Oh my god, that was
and
terrible.
you were just like laid back. I was like, yo, Mom, because like we were talking about. What were we talking about? We were talking about Jaeger, and we were talking about how we've each had terrible experiences with that shit.
Jaeger's just
And we were
nasty.
sharing our nasty Jaeger stories. And as soon as I mentioned that word, as soon as I said, I just said Jaeger, and Mom was like, ugh. Like, she was like, oh God, please don't. And so I told her my Jaeger story, and then I told her about our trip over at Renfest last year. And how we just all started chain puking, and you were just sitting there in the hammock, just swinging back and forth. I thought about maybe trying some of that mushroom tea, but not anymore.
Oh my god, Isaiah, you fucking missed it, man. So they were talking about they were making mushroom tea, and I was like, well, I like tea, but I never done shrooms. So I was like, that sounds like an interesting way to get into it. But you completely, if you would have seen what was happening.
So you actually tried it?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't
He
get
didn't try it because after we had all had some,
Yeah.
the fucking shit collecting truck comes up across the street to go drain the fucking porta potties. And I can't deal with like shit. Like anything pertaining to like feces,
Yeah.
I've checked out immediately.
I'm the same
like,
way.
It's like my kryptonite.
Yeah, I know.
So
what you mean. I'm the same
it
way.
fucking rolls up, and then this gust of fucking wind.
Wait,
comes
hold
by.
on. But you got to say that Larry was already like throwing up.
Well,
for you.
so Larry was already kind of like feeling bad, and like I think I was the first to throw up.
I thought it was him.
No,
because
it
he
was
was
me.
he was feeling bad, and then
His stomach was upset because like we had ate this greasy ass fucking bacon, like, and something else, just like a quick little like couple of things before we drank the tea, just to have something, and it didn't go well with the greasy ass fucking bacon, and so like that and Larry's like got like a stomach problem, so like it was bothering him when he had woken up. And this fucking shit collecting truck rolls by, and then the wind blows, and I like there's like this quick whiff that I got, and I was just like, and then Larry made this fucking noise of them like sucking the shit out of the fucking thing, and I started laughing, and then another gust of wind went by, and it was like even more intense, and then I just started throwing up.
Nice.
And then after I started throwing up, that made Jewel throw up because she can't stand seeing other people throw up, and then she started
man.
throwing up. And then Larry just started laughing his ass off. And I think that kick-started his upset stomach because he wound up like he didn't go in with
It's
us
like-
that day. He just stayed.
It's like that scene from Family Guy, like when they all started throwing up in the living room all over
That's
each other. and
exactly what I
shit.
told him. I told him the same thing. I
Dude,
was like, that's
That
exactly
happened
what it
to
looked
me
like.
one time, and it was the worst. It wasn't to that extent, but like.
Oh, but you have to. You would have to been there to understand how
I
funny.
know.
This,
I can.
it was funny, but
relate
I
to
felt
the
bad
feeling.
for them at the same
No, I
time.
can relate to the feeling because like.
I mean,
was at
shit.
the-
I was laughing the entire time it was happening. I was laughing my ass
I
off.
was
Because
at
they
the
just kept
party.
walking around, just it's like the
Yeah,
Family Guy
because like I
skit.
thought it was done. I was like, all right. Ah.
and then,
And
And
then
then-
Jewel looked up, and then like she had this smile on her face, and I was like, "You good?" And she goes, "Yeah." And then like she just immediately, as soon as she said yeah, she just immediately puked.
and then Larry's over here suffering, just sitting in his car, just and so I'm
yeah,
like,
Larry's stomach is.
I'm just
like,
kind of,
his-
I'm laying in my hammock,
his
and
shit
I'm
got
like,
to it.
you know, I really wanted to try that tea, but everybody's throwing up after they drink it. So I didn't take any of that tea. It was crazy. It was funny. But you were saying your stories though.
Oh, I went to this one party and I remember we were already pre-gaming on the way there. Like we had a few daiquiris and we were taking some shots before getting to the party. And then when we got there, I was under the impression we were doing beer pong. And as soon as I get up there, everyone's like, "Oh, we're doing shot pong." I'm like, "What
Oh,
the
man.
fuck?" And I was so mad at myself for this shit, but like I felt intimidated because like there was nothing but cameras in my face and shit. Like fucking everybody had their cameras and phones on me and shit. I was like, fuck, and I felt like peer pressured into doing that shit. So I fucking lost the fuck out of that game, I tell you. And I remember after that, I could barely walk, but we were still like fucking shotgunning shit. And I'm walking back to my car, and I feel like in that moment, I felt like I could have held my shit, but out of nowhere, I just see like this girl just fall over next to me. She starts just throwing up all over the place. I'm like,
That
oh my
happens.
god! And I tried to hold it in, but it just smelled so bad. And just watching her throw up, and I just started throwing up. And then another guy came, and he starts throwing up behind his tree, and that's pretty much what happened after that. We all just fell on the floor. At
It
the
happens
same
at
time.
those parties.
Yeah.
I always see a lot of women just kind of throw up and like fall in the ditch. I don't know why it's always the ditch, but it's usually like there's just a ditch that pops up out of
She
nowhere.
fell. Like
There's a ditch that just pops up out of it.
nah, dude, she fell like on this like I don't know what it was, but like it was this tree stump, but it was shaped perfectly like a couch. It was crazy. Like it just I don't know how to describe it. Like kind of like this futon. That's how the tree like the wood was. She just laid on it. I was like, oh nice.
I remember one time
I was in the grass.
I played shot pong for like one shot once. I was at a party, but Wesley, and we were dude. We ran the pong table for hours. We did not lose until we ran out of beer, because we were like, well, we're out of beer, so like we didn't lose on purpose on the last game, but it was like, well, fuck, it works for us because we don't have anything to drink. Everybody else drink our 12-pack or. I think it was just 12-pack of Miller High Life. So
You won so much that you didn't even get to drink your own beer.
that's how good.
Oh.
That's how good we were at beer pong. Shit, probably still are.
Need to have you on my team then.
Well, every time I'm on Chris's team, we lose because he sucks. But
Oh yeah, I could have told you that, man. The heck.
yeah, every time we try it, every other year. So it's like I don't know.
My
I don't
brother
know
will
about
claim
it.
He's the best. He'll make like one or two and be like,
Y-
yeah,
yeah,
I did it."
just
And
makes
I'm
two.
like, nah.
But so we were playing beer pong, and we played through about 6 to 8 games, I think it was. And finally we lost. We drank our beer, and then we were kind of chilling because we didn't have anything else to do, but the party was still going on. So I was like, I'm gonna go celeb shot in this game real quick. And I walk up to this table. I go up to this couple's playing these other people. I think it's another couple.
Yeah.
And I go, hey, you guys mind if I celebrity shot? He's like, sure, but you gotta take it. You gotta drink this cup, cause they just made one of the cups.
Yeah.
And so, but he didn't want to drink it. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, all right. And so I just downed it, and it was fucking Jameson. And I was
That's
like, oh, y'all
disgusting.
are playing shot pong. And he's like, yeah. And if they make it, you gotta take the shots. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that one, but I'll shoot for you. And it's like he gave me the ball, and I sunk a cup, and I just walked off. And I was like, fuck that, dude.
Get out of here while I can.
I know for real. That's exactly what I was thinking. He's like, leave.
Yeah, no, when they're playing, because I don't like Jameson. I've never really liked Jameson. It just doesn't taste good to me. I've had some good
Tastes like smoky
Irish and
gasoline.
Scotch whiskeys, but
This
Jameson
random
is just
old dude at a
not
bar
good.
thought I was somebody named Kevin that he was supposed to be meeting, and then he got me this Jägermeister. I didn't want it at first. I was like, shit, I'm Kevin. He's like, hey Kevin, thanks for coming, man. He's like, here, I got this for you. And I said, thank you. and I just like took the shot.
Why the fuck do you think you were Kevin?
I don't know. He thought I was somebody named Kevin, and I was supposed to. meet him.
Maybe he was just lonely and he wanted to be like, I don't know.
Oh,
That's
well,
weird. That's weird.
Nah, I mean he was talking to other people there. I don't know. Yeah, you're probably right.
And I mean, if you were supposed to meet him, he doesn't even know you're supposed to meet, and he just thought you were some dude named Kevin.
Yeah, he said thanks for coming, Kevin. Like I'm glad you and everybody else are here. I'm like, oh okay, and then.
Oh, well, maybe he did mistake. If other people
Yeah.
were supposed to go up there and meet him, he probably did mistake you for some.
Yeah, dude was loaded.
He's got Alzheimer's. And he's like, well, how old do you
Dude,
think he was?
I found it was that night cause you went with us to that bar. It was that same night that what's that bar in New Caney called, the Bokeeters?
Oh, Bokeeters, yeah.
Yeah, it was that same night like you went with us that one time, and I found $100 on the floor. Like,
Oh,
it
fuck
was the
yeah.
freaking best. Like, oh my gosh, it was just in the bathroom laying there in all 20s. I was like, man, I'm sorry, it's my birthday. I'm taking this. Like, fuck it. But yeah, that was a pretty good night.
I mean, hell, I'd take $100 laying on the floor.
Yeah.
If I didn't see anybody drop it, and it's just sitting there, I'm like, all right, I'm probably gonna take this. Because if there's a lot of people at the bar, I'm not gonna go. Did anybody drop
Who
$100?
dropped $100? I mean, that's
You know how
kinda,
many, you know how many
that's kinda
people
one
are
of
gonna say they
those-
did?
Yeah, you see somebody drop it, or if there's somebody like that you saw, like if you immediately saw somebody walk out of the bathroom.
Yeah, you'll
like,
you'll
hey,
give
man,
it back to them, But if you just go
It's like
go, I need to make an announcement. Somebody dropped $100 in the
You
bar.
would do the right thing if it was readily available.
If you could see who
Nah.
possibly.
But that's one of
dropped it.
those wins that
This one lady.
it's just $100 sitting on the ground.
Oh, you know
Nobody's
what?
around.
And I was talking about that
You
$50 that I found in school one day. I forgot about that. So the story behind that, it was funny. I looked down and I found $50 on the floor in the hallway,
Yeah.
and I was like, $50. Like, I'm a high school kid. I didn't have a job. I'm like, $50. That's
Yeah.
$50 is $50. I can
Yeah,
buy a lot of
yeah,
things.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so later on, when I get to lunch, I sit down with a couple of my friends I was sitting with at the time, and I do like to. I think I told them. I was telling them about how I found the $50, right? And then I forgot what they said, but I was like, I got 50 on it, and I found it on the floor. And then this girl right next to me, she sat with some other people that I knew one of them, but she goes, "You found $50 on the floor?" And I go, No, what are you talking about? And I was like, because I didn't know if she was gonna try to say that was hers.
Yeah.
She was gonna play like it was hers.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't find $50. I was just saying that. But I found that fucking $50, and I don't know what I spent.
thought you almost got finessed out of 50 where the story was going.
No,
I was
that's
like,
why I said.
man.
Oh, did Jordan get
No, because
swindled?
whenever I said it, she immediately it was quick.
Yeah.
Like nobody, like people.
That was
I
her
would sit with-
$50, Jordan. That was her $50, Jordan. You
it
did
might
not
have-
do the right thing.
It might have been her $50, but I had no way to fucking know. Out of hundreds of students. I mean, like,
Well, what if she saw the $50 earlier and she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it there and let someone else deal with it. And then
you fucking snooze, you lose.
she heard that somebody grabbed it and she was about to be like, oh, I dropped $50 earlier.
Look, like if I tried to pick it up and
Well,
it
you
was like
should've picked
glued
it
to the
up.
floor, I'm like, all right, this is a trap. I would have known that even in high school. If you try to pick something up and it doesn't move readily, don't take that shit. But just saying you found $50, like you found $50 on the floor. Anybody could say, oh, I dropped that. No, fuck you. That's my $50 now. So whenever she said, "Oh, you found $50 on the floor," I was like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about."
You found $50.
I was just singing a song
know what you were
in
talking
a strange way
You know
that
how many
people
songs
don't know.
there are on this earth, man?
Yeah, but I mean that's probably like that's the biggest amount of money I think I've still ever found in my life, just laying on the
Just
floor.
randomly.
This one
Yeah.
lady that worked with us at the Home Depot, this had to be a setup or something. I'm not sure, but like she found a duffel bag full of money in the parking lot. She said she stopped counting after like 3K, and I was like,
I would have stopped counting after one and gone the fuck home.
She's like, I got
Yeah, honestly,
scared.
Eric's right. Who the fuck counts after like?
This
Oh my god, there's more than $1,000 in here. Let's keep going.
Yeah, no, this lady.
Like,
you
you
can
just-
clearly see there's more than 1,000.
Yeah.
Fucking go.
This
Are
lady
you just
was like,
standing there counting his money?
Yeah.
This lady was like
Jeez.
70 or 80, and she's like, I got scared. I didn't know what to do. I called the police, and I was
You
like,
fucking
dang.
They always do. They always do. You know how many times I hear stories
It's always the
about
old people.
cocaine
I
rolling up
better
on
call the authorities.
cocaine rolls up in
It's like that
Galveston.
asshole that was just jacking off watching me fucking my girlfriend in the back of the car in the church parking lot.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
the story
man.
now.
Like I was like, man, you didn't even take like a stack for yourself. No, baby, I can't do that. I was like, oh my god.
That is crazy. Like I was saying, there's so many stories about finding cocaine that washes up.
Josh
and,
freaking left a half an ounce of weed downtown one
See
time.
that's an if I wouldn't call the cops, I would let somebody else take the risk of running off with that
Yeah.
because the government definitely doesn't deserve to have that in their possession. Let the
No.
streets have it and let them sell it. Like do whatever may come.
Dude, I'll take a break.
I'll
take
see
a
like
break.
that's the thing is I always imagine like I would like think to myself like what would I do if I found a bag like a duffel bag of some sort of fucking drug just wash up. Like take one, take two, take none.
But I'm gonna
But
turn
it's
it
like
to the
as soon
count.
as soon as you
I'm gonna turn it
grab
to the
one,
count from Sesame Street.
you have to like fucking beeline it home.
I don't think I'd
Hope
beeline
that
at
it's-
home.
Oh, I would.
I ain't gonna take that shit straight home.
I wouldn't either. Cause I would probably take one, not a lot. I probably would take just one thing, and then that'd be
Do you
it.
think they're watching it?
It could be.
It could be. We'll see. We'll just lay this bag of drugs over here, and we'll see if anyone
Look,
takes any.
Look,
I
I've
mean, I guess
seen bait car.
I was gonna say I wouldn't. Be surprised.
Yeah.
Now, if you get more creative and you start leaving bags of cocaine that you taken from people on the beach,
Now,
and somebody you got cameras
now what
set
if you
up,
saw?
somebody, you got him. You got him. That's a great way to get people like that. The only thing, I mean,
Don't give them ideas.
Yeah, for real.
look,
Like even if it like slipped out of somebody's car, like someone like was just running, they dropped it, and then just kept fucking.
I don't think they were running and drop that.
No, they've got more important things to waste our tax dollars on.
Yeah.
They can arrest people for weed.
I don't know. I'm talking about like if you saw like just like a bag fall out of somebody's car by accident, like someone accidentally.
Oh, what,
dropped
like
it.
that fucking episode of Hey Arnold? Where they fucking get that bag of cash tossed to them, and it's not supposed to be theirs?
I don't remember seeing that one.
I've never really. I watched
don't
Hey
know.
Arnold, but I don't remember much
I don't
of
think
it.
I would turn back for some random bag that fell out of somebody's car.
Yeah, no,
But a
that's
bag of drugs washed up on the beach? I'm probably gonna take one.
Like washed up out of the waters out of nowhere.
yeah,
yeah,
that's
that
what
happens all the time.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. Drug running ships when they gotta drop their load.
That makes sense. Yeah.
They
that
just
makes
fucking
sense.
start throwing.
Yeah,
that
and then
shit
they
in the
have
ocean.
like they
Yeah.
have submarines that they use too. They make these bullshit submarines and they try to.
They try to
Washed
tighten,
up on a
they
beach
try to-
does sound like a lot more like
tighten
okay, you can totally get
themselves.
away with it.
No, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
If it washed up on a beach, I'd be like, I'll take a break and then
Yeah.
you know, I ain't gonna sell it myself. I'm gonna be like, hey,
Yeah.
I know somebody that can sell this.
Yeah. You know, I found this brick of coke. You know,
Finder's fee. You
Finder's
sell it.
fee.
Just give me a cut.
Just give me a cut. Exactly. I ain't gonna start. Yeah, if some duffel bag washes up on the beach, I'm not about to just. Well, it's a duffel bag. Oh, there's drugs in here. I'm gonna take the whole thing, and then people are just like, somebody would see me with a whole fucking duffel bag, like maybe a
Drugs.
brick of coke. I
mean,
get like
you're on
shove in my
vacation.
pants.
You
Oh,
don't
I
need
was
double
whoa,
bag.
whoa, 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 whoa! I
What?
thought you were gonna say something else.
What? I ain't gonna shove it up my ass.
I'll say you can definitely
I've got to
try,
get this brick
man.
of coke home.
Ah!
Ah!
You gotta put these seeds up your ass more.
You know how much money this is, Eric? I can't just live it.
His face is all red and sweating.
Eric, I think the brick broke in half.
Oh God, that would be insane.
We gotta get to a hospital now.
What happened? Oh my God, you don't.
We were trying to this duffel bag of coke washed up on the beach, and we tried to take a couple of bricks.
At that point,
My friends wanted to shove one up his ass, but it broke in half. He's got cocaine in his ass. A lot of cocaine in his ass.
At that point, you
Man,
have
he's
to be
gonna
honest.
die if we don't save him.
You have to be honest at that point. If you
Oh,
do something like that.
absolutely.
What time?
Well,
was
there's
this
like
around?
There's like something that I'm pretty sure there's something that protects you, like in the event of like an accidental overdose. Like if you take somebody to a hospital or some shit, you'd be like, "Yo, hey man, we fucked up, like drugs," and then like, whatever repercussions happen, but like they're not gonna not treat you.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're still gonna treat you. I'm not about to look up the laws to be like, hey, after an
What
accidental
happens if
overdose.
a brick of cocaine explodes in my asshole? I have to
For real,
tell
like,
the
I was
hospital.
Like, do we look it up? I was like,
I bet if you looked it up on Google right now, somebody's good. Cause people also ask. Every time I Google something, it's like people also ask. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Explodes in your ass.
Oh my god, you're Googling it?
I mean, someone has to do it. Oh wow, yeah, here we go. Ready?
I fucking told you. It'd be on there. What's it say?
Okay, so what happens if the bag of cocaine breaks when you're smuggling it in your butt? If you don't die immediately, call 911, get an ambulance, take you to the hospital immediately. Tell them that you're smuggling cocaine and a packet has burst. Tell them how much each package has and how many packets. Tell them that the substance you have in your butt, if taken medications like painkillers, I can't pronounce that. I can't tell if it's an L or an I. Okay. You might go to jail and get a fine, but at least you don't die. So yeah, they'll treat you.
Yeah, I mean,
Long story
somebody's
short.
gonna save your life, but goddamn, that's a story. I was smuggling coke and I feel it's a little powdery up there.
It's a little powdery. A little bit drier than it normally is in my sphincter. I think one of the
I've
cocaine
done this a couple of
packets exploded.
We got a 2319.
This fucking monster thing. This man has a 2319 in his bunghole. We got to operate.
Kevin, we got another
It's
2319.
the third one this week.
This keeps happening.
Oh my god. All right, so now Google, who was the first person to have coke busting their ass?
What?
I don't know if they'll know
Because
that.
that's a question that somebody has had to
Who
ask.
was the first
so
person
you know.
to have cocaine?
Who's the reason we have this sign?
There's always somebody. There's a reason we have a sign somewhere, and the fact that that's Googled means that somebody fucking did it.
Saphir Johnson.
Saphir Johnson.
Here we go. 1982, when going on a plane to New York, had 6 bags of cocaine shoved in rectum. I'm just playing.
Oh my god, I was like, damn, 6 bags? Did they all burst? Like that?
Yeah, everything for that is coming up to just like, do you need help?
Do you need help? Do you need help?
No shit, I'm shoving coke up my ass.
One says substance abuse hotline.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Google's thinking this kid's just shoved coke up his ass.
Yeah, no, I think it's fair that you Google that and they're like, do you need help? Because if you're shoving coke up your ass, you probably need help.
Probably.
We have a hotline for that. This happens a lot.
That's insane. But people do it. People they gotta smuggle that shit somehow.
I don't know how nothing happened, but like when I was coming back to America on a bus
What'd you have
from
shoved in
Mexico.
your ass?
No. I could have though. What my bus driver pulled, like everybody could have had.
It's like when
something
you're
shoved in.
drinking and you're trying not to laugh.
And so
Just-
like, I remember
that
we
shit
got
up
to
your
the
nose.
border, and he didn't let the border.
Your bus
people-
driver had?
Yeah, we got to the
Wait,
border.
the bus driver had
Did
something
not
in his
let
ass.
us get checked. He stood there for 10 minutes and just drove. And we're all in the bus freaking out, like, what the fuck?
Holy
They didn't check
shit.
any of us. They didn't search us. Like, he just said, fuck the border and kept going. We thought 2 things were happening. 1, either some cartel shit, or 2, like, we just got a bus driver don't give a fuck. It was option 2. And we just kept going, like, literally. I was like, man, I could have brought back so much shit. Like, what the fuck? I know you have to have, like, some sort of pass to bring alcohol back or something. I'm not even sure.
I mean, honestly, it's not too hard to
It's
really
really
go
not.
through the border because
Everybody
I
was
remember
just looking at each other and laughing, and like
years
some people
ago,
were scared. We were like, "What the fuck?"
I went with a previous relation and we went to a couple of different places in Mexico. But so when we came back up, they were just like, "Where are you coming from? You
Where did you go?"
citizens." And where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Mhm.
Pick me. Oh wait, wake me up. Wait, hold on. What was that? Where'd you come from? Where'd you? Oh, Cotton Eye Joe. I was about to start singing fucking.
I was like, "Wait a minute!"
Some
I thought I was
motherfucker
ringing a
song.
bell. Did I just say it?
I was like, yeah, hold on. How's
Where'd
that
you
go?
come from? Where'd
Where'd
you go?
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go from Legal Joe? But anyways, yeah, no. So they just like looked around. They just like saw the passport, saw we were citizens, or saw like one, and then they looked in the back. They like looked through the window of the back of the SUV, and they're like, oh yeah, you're good. It was like that was it. Of course, you hit a station later on when you're driving, but you do the same thing. Like, oh yeah, we just came from Mexico. We're going home. Here's a passport. And I don't even know if they looked at everybody's passport. I think they probably did.
I went and bought a passport for nothing. They just went in. Bus driver said, "Fuck you guys. We're crossing this border."
Dude, honestly, it's like shit. They'll just.
We watched. Oh my god, dude. We watched Don't get me wrong, The Mask is a great movie, but we watched that movie 10 times in a row.
Damn.
That's all they had on that bus was that one DVD of The Mask.
Oh, that happened one time. I took a bus trip to Dallas, and the entire 5-hour ride, all they had was like one of the DVDs of Martin. So we just watched like the same like 4-5 episodes of Martin.
You're telling me you watched Martin for an entire bus ride?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Martin.
I'm the man. Hell
If
yeah.
it was The
Crazy.
Fresh Prince, that would have been cool too, man. Martin's a great show.
Martin is a great show. I
But yeah, it was like
watch
the same
that much.
like
Yeah.
couple of episodes just like on repeat. And then at one point the bus driver got sick and tired of it, and it was just like the main, like, you know, when you put the DVD in.
Yeah.
You,
Oh,
like,
it's
you got like
bouncing around.
chapters, episodes,
Oh.
like special features, like the main menu of the DVD screen. It was just like that playing like this, like the loop of the Martin theme for like the last hour.
But was Jerome in the house on any of those episodes?
No, I don't believe so.
Jerome. Yeah, my uncle, every now and then, he just fucking busts that out. Jerome's in the house, watch. I'm like, oh my God. And the fact that I know that's from Martin, you know, it's like, I was a kid when that shit, I seen that shit, and I was like, I remember that from Martin. But he played so many characters on that show, like, he did a really good job at just kind of bringing that whole Martin universe to life. There should be, like, I would say there should be, like, a sequel to Martin, somehow.
I hope not, man. That's just a.
You're right.
I feel like
It's just a great, solid show. Like,
yeah, I agree,
'cause
man. Yeah.
the episodes that played, there's a one where he got, it's where he's like locked out of his apartment when it's like cold or some shit outside. It was one of those like Christmas episodes, and I remember like it was that, and then something else.
Baby,
And I remember, because I remember seeing Martin on UPN like as a kid, but I had no idea that it like originally aired on HBO. So these were like the HBO DVDs, and like some of the shit in the episodes, I was like, damn, I don't remember Martin being like this fucking real. And I mean, shit, that was like 10 or so years ago. Well, actually longer than that. That was probably like 11 or so years ago, 12. And like it held up back then. And I'm pretty sure it's even, like, more poignant and relevant today. I feel like that show's aged very well.
I'm pretty sure Martin has aged very well.
It's pretty fucking real. It needs to be left alone. Don't fucking make a sequel.
Yeah, I didn't like.
I mean,
when
he dressed as a he was transvestite in a couple episodes too, which is pretty
when they
impressive.
tried remaking the Fresh Prince, man. Like, I feel like it's the same thing. Like, that's a once in a lifetime.
Isn't the
show.
new Fresh Prince like a musical?
It's like, I don't know. It's like they made it like some.
It's not in front of an audience. It like, I don't know. Yeah, it definitely does not.
This episode has been filmed in front of a real live audience.
They made it like a drama, dramatic, and everything.
Yeah,
like,
but that's what made like the live audience element is what made the Fresh Prince so great, because they broke the fourth wall line.
And it could get really real, or it could be kind of like sad, but it was still like, you know, these are actors, but it's still like they're acting. And they're doing a really good job.
I remember they said like Will was like so into the script that he would, like, they would have him on actual episodes. You could see him like mouthing the other characters' words before his lines because he memorized it that much. Like, if you go back and watch early episodes of The Fresh Prince, you'll see, like, you'll catch Will just mouthing everybody's lines as they're doing it. And
That could be just one of his ways to not forget when he's supposed to.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he memorized the script down to that point. There was one episode, like you said, breaking the fourth wall, like, where Carlton thought that he was involved in a murder, and he starts, like, freaking out, and he starts running all over the live studio audience, like, where the audience is at. He goes to the cameraman, he starts freaking out. Like, that was pretty funny how they broke the fourth wall in that.
That is pretty cool how they used to do that in shows. Nobody really does that nowadays.
We're so rich, why can't we afford no ceiling?
I don't know. That might be a relic of a bygone era. I don't know if anything's still filmed in front of, like, I mean, I don't watch TV like that anymore, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, me neither. So yeah, I guess it's kind of hard.
I don't know if anything's filmed in front of a live audience like that anymore.
Something is, but probably probably nothing. Honestly, you're right. I can't really say anything because there's a lot of CGI stuff. Like, nobody really does physical sets too much. I mean, there are a lot of shows that do physical sets. I don't watch, any of them, but
I'm sure something on network TV.
they still add a lot of CGI to things, so you wouldn't get that quite finished product as you would get on a TV, because if something has to be CGI'd in,
Yeah.
you're not gonna see it in front of a live studio audience, and you're gonna miss who knows what kind of important plot object. I mean, that's kind of the shitty thing about
giant flying donkey dick.
what a giant flying donkey dick, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know
you
if I wanna
you
see
could CGI that, yeah.
You could,
You
but
definitely,
like,
and then you would
should
miss
we?
that out. Imagine being in the live studio audience and that happens.
All right, guys, you have to pretend that there's gonna be a giant flying donkey dick. It's gonna come flying. You can't see it now, but in post it'll look great. Just pretend it's there.
How do you respond to that?
You act like there's a giant flying donkey.
See, yeah, now you're relying on the audience to act,
Yeah.
and some of them are really.
Hey, that's free labor. You know they're all about that.
It's very true. They're all about free labor, but some of those audience members won't be too smart. Somebody's gonna be like, "How do I do that?"
I'm that guy.
Well,
What's a flying donkey dick?
what does a donkey dick look like?
What?
What if they show? They just like pull up a picture of a donkey dick and show the audience. It's
Now
just like,
picture
alright.
this, but the size of a
But
car.
large and
Come on.
flying.
Somebody has like a cardboard cutout of one, and they just toss it up towards the audience. They try to frisbee it, so people actually have to move.
Like a boomerang just comes back.
Yeah, see, we just solved the problem right there. Who needs CGI when you could just print out a donkey dick and throw it at people?
Why would we need to do that?
I don't know, but it's called for in the script, so we have to do it somehow.
Oh my god.
We are professional actors, Isaiah.
Man, we gotta pitch this to Jimmy's. One of the Jimmys.
Who? Wait, which are the Jimmys?
One of them. No matter Kimmel or Fallon, we can. pitch
Oh,
it
I'm
to
not gonna pitch shit to those guys. They ain't gonna do nothing.
Damn.
They're gonna be like, well, won't be good for talk show ratings. We can't show live donkey
Jimmy
dick.
Kimmel would do,
We can't show
Jimmy
live
Kimmel, no,
donkey
Jimmy
dicks.
Fallon would probably say something like that, but Jimmy Kimmel, I feel like Jimmy Kimmel would do it. That dude.
Jimmy Kimmel's man days are over.
Yeah,
Or his man show days are over.
Jimmy Kimmel's. I just don't. I don't like the way he laughs.
Did you ever watch the Man Show back in the day?
The Man Show?
Yeah.
Man,
No.
show.
What is it?
It's where Jimmy Kimmel's like first start was. Or that's where I first saw him. It's a show on Comedy Central. It was Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla. And it was literally just like this over like machismo like parody show. Like it was really fucking funny. But it's kind of a product of its time. There's no way in fucking hell it would exist today.
Yeah, we don't really like to let things exist today that weren't from
Shit
the
was
last 5
funny
years.
as hell though, dude. It was. You should look it up sometime.
I will.
Look up.
Yeah, I
the,
might too.
The Man Show.
Remind me to look up the Man Show in about an hour.
It's like fucking 20-something years old. At this
Damn.
point. Yeah, it's old.
Yeah, it's
old.
that Jimmy Kimmel's definitely not getting away with anything he did then.
I saw it when I was a kid. I was like 6 or 7 when I first saw the Man Show.
Isaiah, what was the worst time you ever had to take a shit?
What was the worst time I ever had to take a
Well,
shit?
I know you. You've talked.
I think I've told this story.
I mean, Isaiah's never heard it though, so I don't know.
I've told it
I
on
wanna
the
see what-
podcast before.
I want to see Isaiah because I told you mine's the other day when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
I want to see what Isaiah's might be because I know everybody's had.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see,
I was standing in a wedding, Christian's wedding, and
you had to.
yeah, dude.
I was there too. I was standing there.
Yeah,
You were
man.
right behind me.
Yep, I remember like as we were about to walk out the door to outside, I had to take a shit. I was like, fuck. I was like, wow, I sat.
Was it one of those like liquid ones or was it just like just like a solid
regular,
one?
Yeah, solid one.
Okay.
And looked at Micah and I was like, I gotta take a shit. She's like, right now. I was like, yeah, like.
Oh, is that you
like,
talking about when we walked out to go next to that whole where the
outside and
chairs
everything,
were and
yeah.
shit? Oh
And we were
man, so
standing
you
there, and
damn.
the ceremony, I'm just like rocking back and forth. I'm like, oh my god, I swear I was about to start sweating. I can't even remember it.
Oh, I've had times where I've had to use the restroom where I got to that point too, where it's
I
like,
was
holy shit.
Jesus, like I am scared. Like I cannot walk out in front of everybody right now. Like this is like not the time. And I just remember kept tapping my foot and shit. And I finally get to the bathroom. This old man's using it. I was so pissed, dog.
Was it a one like toilet or bathroom?
No, I couldn't even walk upstairs, man. Like it
Oh
was that
damn.
bad. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because we got to go upstairs.
Yeah.
Eric does have a story that's way worse than that one.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
I'll tell mine's Mine's second because mine's isn't. Mine's just like a stepping
Dang,
stone.
yours must be really bad.
Mine's just like a stepping stone between yours and
Said
Eric's.
we have to go through the.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, let me tell mine, and then we'll get to his, because it's just like
Have I
so.
shared this story?
Below the iceberg.
You've talked about it
the iceberg.
a couple of episodes ago. It's been, I think it's been a minute, maybe like 5-6 episodes. I might be wrong on that, but so I think my worst shit.
Retell story.
Yeah, my worst shit was I was hanging out with Jose and at his ranch, and I had eaten. I think I ate like a Tabasco jerky and something else, and we were just chilling, and out of nowhere, like the eject button was going off on my ass, and I was like,
good times.
I was like, and it was hurting, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it home. Like I feel like I'm about to just like fucking fall out right here if I hold this. Like it's like toxic sludge, ready to fucking, and it's impacting my whole body. And so I was like, hey, Jose, because I know he always had toilet paper on him, and it's a good idea to have toilet paper in your car.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you got that toilet paper you usually have on? He's like, yeah, dude, I got a few rolls. And I was like, dude, I got it.
He said, I got you, fam.
Yeah,
for this moment.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, dude, I gotta go. Like, I ain't gonna make it home. He's like, oh, man, it's that bad? I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, here. And I went out and I just found a tree away from everybody in the fire we had. Because, like, this was at night. We had a fire going on. So I just walked away to where it was, like, dark enough to where nobody would see me.
Yeah.
I just put my back up against the tree, had my knees at a fucking 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
I just let that shit flow, man. No pun intended. But
no, that pun wasn't.
But, dude, it went out in, like, one go. It's 5 seconds.
That's the emergency evac,
yeah, that's
man.
the emergency.
That's the one where you're full and it's like it's out of there. It's like go.
Yeah. So that went, and then luckily I had that toilet paper. I just wiped clean.
Jose's like the coolest dude ever.
I'm a clean man. I tried to give it back to him. He's like, "Nah, man, that's yours." I was like, "I appreciate that.
You've earned it."
Yeah. I had that toilet paper in my car for like 2 or 3 years until like I left the back window open and it rained and it got wet and so I had to throw it out. But Eric's story, and you'll probably see why mine's is a stepping stone to his story.
Okay, Eric.
Eric's is really interesting.
Lay it on us like you laid it out.
So, I was heading over to Jesse Jones over there.
Yeah, yeah.
As I turn into the park, well, I guess as soon as I turned down the road.
You went down the right one, or you went down that left one that goes all the way down?
I was coming down.
Like the main entrance?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, like, I had just passed up, like, the Walgreens and shit on the corner right there.
Okay.
And I got about halfway down that road, and I was like, I felt something in my stomach, and I was like, oh.
That's how it goes.
I gotta go. And I was like, I'll just go to my usual parking spot. There's a bathroom over there.
Yeah.
I get closer and closer. I'm pulling into the park.
Yeah.
And as soon as I go over, like, as soon as I pass through the gate, it, like, my stomach knots again.
Ooh.
And it's like, I'm, like, at this point, I'm squeezing my ass so tight. But it's, like, it's about to win. Like, it's the one where you're, like, on the ropes and your body's just, like, shaking. And you can, like, I was literally, like, I wasn't even sitting in my car like this. I was up with my fucking shoulders on the thing so I could, like, keep my ass tight. And I was, like, barely using my toes to touch the pedals.
It's about to win.
I'm like, I was sweating bullets. My body was, like, convulsing. I felt like I was, like...
That'd be the worst time to run into
I
somebody
was hot,
you know.
It's cold. I was having
Absolutely.
hot flashes,
I
man.
gotta
I
use
was
the
like,
restroom.
oh, like, it was literally, like, making my body, like, move. So I'm like, oh my god, I just gotta fucking go. And I fucking get to my parking spot, and I park, and I get out, and, like, I take a couple of steps, and I, like, twitch, and I'm like, oh my god, it's not, like, and, like, I parked on, like, the opposite side, so, like, I had to, like, walk across the parking lot to get to the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, and I, like, took a couple of, like, shaky leg steps towards the bathroom, and then I was like, I'm not gonna make it. I have no other options. Turn around. I open up my fucking door, my passenger side door, and I'm just like, man, oh my god, and like I quickly just like as soon as I throw my pants down, it starts to come out, and I like hold on to my seat and the door, and like as I like lean down to like let it out, it's just like I look up, and this line of children
Yo.
That's why I said it gets worse.
It's across the parking lot. And they're like walking from, I guess, like the children's trail area, like the little playground area,
Yeah,
on the other side.
Yeah, yeah.
They're coming from like the back side of that, so like they're coming like down there, and like they're just like walking on the fucking sidewalk on the far end.
Yeah,
of the parking
I know
lot.
exactly what you mean. Yeah.
And I look like I see them, and I'm like, oh my god, and like cause at first it was just a couple, and then like more come, and I look just a little to the left, and there's like this van for like this like primary school or like one of those like early education centers there, and so like I guess the kids were on a field trip, and I just like it's just
you look to your left.
it all comes out, and I'm like, oh my god, and like all I had to wipe with was fucking Taco Bell napkins and my fucking like my napkin stash in the glove box. The only thing, all that was in there was just like those fucking rough brown Taco Bell napkins, just stockpiled, and I was like, oh god, no. So, quickly wipe with that. Took a picture to send to Axel.
You sent it to your brother?
Yeah, he thought it was an animal. I sent it to him, and he was like, dude, because it was a big, massive fly, dude.
Man.
I was about to... I don't know what I would have done if that went out in my pants. Because, like, it had to have been a good, 3-4 pounder.
Oh, goddamn,
man.
It
like
was bad. Yo,
8 pounds light.
as soon as I looked up, I saw those kids just, like, walking. I was like, oh, no. And it just, like... I got the fuck out of there. Like, I was gonna go there and, like, get high and longboard. And I was all excited. I was like, man, I can't wait. Like, it was a nice day outside. I was like, man, I can't wait to fucking hit the trails on the longboard. And
now it's one of those stories where the police might get called
my
again.
My valves totally sabotaged out. I was like, oh my god, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I was like, the whole time I sped the fuck out of there. I'm looking left and right the whole time. Like, oh my god.
It's like, yeah,
I hope nobody saw that.
Some man was just shitting in front of. How do you even explain that?
He got in a white car. It looks like a big egg. He just took a big poop.
It's the same lady that called on you when you were whenever you were in a church.
This guy's been on a roll. You have no idea.
It's him again.
It's him again.
The guy with
you
the hair.
won't believe this. I need you here now.
I've caught you fucking in a parking lot. Now you're sitting in a parking lot.
How dare
you must be stopped.
See, this man obviously has problems. he just can't control himself wherever he goes.
He's on a rampage. That's the third offense this year.
Dude, I was so scared I was gonna shit my pants, bro. Oh, I was terrified.
Honestly, I'd probably, if I ever got to that point.
Cause when I pulled into the park, I was like, oh, there's gotta be a
porta potty or
bathroom,
something.
like I was like, there's gotta be something like earlier than what I know of, cause like I usually park in like the way back. I was like, I know for sure there's a bathroom there. There's gotta be something earlier, and I'm like panic looking, shaking.
That's the worst, man.
Oh fuck, dude.
That is the worst.
That was terrible. I could literally feel my butthole just about to like. It was about to be like the levees breaking, bro. It was on its last.
It was going down on that one right there. Oh my god. You gotta get out of here, Isaiah, or what?
I'm about to head out. I gotta be up in 4 hours.
Well, fuck, you should have said something. We can cut it here.
Oh, I didn't look at the time.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. I got the camera on you like you're still there.
What are we at now? Like 2 hours, 2.5 hours?
Yeah, we're about at the stopping point. We're at 148.
Well, y'all can continue your thing if you want.
We can stop at 148. That's all good there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. Anytime. Like I tell you, like you come over and we'll do it because.
Oh yeah, good seeing
you haven't done it since the second one. You're like, I remember when we were gonna do that podcast. I'm like, dude, I'm still doing it. Like, just come, just let me know.
No, definitely for sure. Fucking, I was telling Chris that we all need. Well, no, Chris was the one saying that we all need to get up here.
Oh yeah, cause he hasn't done one yet. Risby has, but not him. But no, we'll catch you later, man. Just let me know whenever you want to hop on again, and we'll make it happen. So that's the pros of doing it in your garage. When people gotta leave, they can just fuck off and go out through the garage door. They ain't gotta do it inside, and somebody's gotta go to the front. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's still an exit. I don't fucking know.
An exit's an exit.
An exit's an exit, unless you're doing anal, I guess, huh?
Then it becomes an entrance.
This
Then it's
man,
just
this man maths. No, I'm just kidding. Oh,
yes.
You got any of that cold root beer over there still? I just poured up another drink. I mean, we can keep recording, or we can cut it here, and
I mean, I don't care. I'm just sketching and talking.
You want to hit Barney's? We got 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
What's today? Wednesday.
Yeah, we don't get a discount on anything. It's
Yeah.
karaoke night. We just get to see Mr.
Oh,
Calvary.
yeah, I was gonna say we see Mr. Calvary, and it's Cody's birthday.
Yeah, but he won't be up there. He hates.
Oh yeah, that's right. He hates karaoke. So
yeah, he hates
will not
karaoke.
be
That's
there.
why he won't see this. We could say
What
it.
time is it?
11:34.
Oh, you know what?
I don't.
Pacific Drive drops.
Oh yeah,
hopefully
right at 12.
midnight.
I saw that. I was looking at it just now before we started
Oh, is
recording.
that what it says?
I
know it comes out on
the
the
22nd.
22nd.
Yeah, no, it says it drops at the 22nd, so I'm pretty sure it comes out at 12.
Okay, well, I don't know if Axel's gonna be up, but
I can tell you right now. Let's see if he's even on.
He's on Discord.
He's not in there, but he is. Oh, he's not on at all.
Oh, fucker.
Yeah, he's offline, so he's not gonna be hopping in shit.
Well, in that case, how much weed do I have?
I couldn't tell you.
I've got enough to roll up a joint.
It's up to you.
I mean, I could go to Barney's.
I ain't working, so I ain't got shit to do.
The
The only thing I'm
I'll
doing
work
tomorrow.
at 7 tomorrow. I just really want to play Pacific Drive before I go to bed.
Well, let me run a check on here and see what they say on their Steam page, because I had it pulled up seriously, because I saw it was. I knew you were talking about the game. I gotta move the production
I'm
and stuff
so
over
fucking
here.
excited for this thing.
But,
Axel asked me if I played the demo. I don't know if he did, but he was like,
Did you
"Yo,
play it?
Fuck no."
Oh, because you
I saw like a quick trailer, and like I got like the gist and the idea of it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play this fucking game, and I like to do that. And
this game,
blind.
this game plans to unlock in approximately 2 hours.
Oh shit! Yes. Okay.
Two
Yeah.
and a half.
I guess we can go to Barney's for a bit, and then I'll go play Pacific Drive.
Barney's in a bit, then play Pacific Drive. Hope it ain't shit, but you never know.
It's not gonna be shit. It's gonna be very good. I already fucking know.
Damn, I poured this drink.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those games that's like really good, but only if you appreciate games that are like that.
Well, I just bought a driving game, so I bought a driving game before you even mentioned Pacific Rim, so I was surprised whenever you said that. Pacific Rim. What the fuck? Yeah, the kaijus and shit, they're coming. Godzilla's gonna be popping up. But no, I bought a game on Steam called The Long Drive.
Oh, you got that?
Yeah.
I think it's on my wish list.
There's actually, dude, it's like $13. There's they have a multiplayer beta on it, and I played it with a friend, and we laughed our asses off because it was so stupid. But like, they're redoing the whole game's code right now. Like the game itself is good. It's fun. You drive, you collect parts, you do whatever the fuck you want to your vehicle. So when I say it was stupid, I mean it was stupid in the fact that the multiplayer was kind of glitchy because they're not really actively working on it. There's only like 3 people that helm the studio that works on it, and only 1 guy works on the game.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, it's worth playing for the price, but there's not too much progress being made. There's not anything big to expect, but since they're redoing the whole game's code, it's gonna be.
I don't really have big expectations for me. Like it doesn't take much for a game to like really entertain me, or for me to get out of it like what I want to get out of it.
Oh, see, that's good then. You would probably enjoy
I just love.
You'd probably enjoy the long drive then, because as soon as you load up co-op, it can be buggy as shit and it's funny as.
Yeah,
Oh, and it has manual. You can drive manual.
Oh yeah.
I was driving manual in our game, and it took me a couple of seconds because I forgot what manual how it works. Because I think you have to hit control, and then you have to.
Oh, it's like Forza. Like there's like a clutch
Yeah,
button.
yeah, you got to use the clutch, and then you got to. So I had to figure out because they don't tell you how to shift in the game. It's like, oh, the gears are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they don't tell you how to shift the gears, and they also don't tell you what reverse is. Well, at least when I played it without. If you look at the shifter, I think it tells you, but it's really hard to actually look at the shifter and do it. But it was a fun game because once I, backed it out, clutch in, first gear, start taking off, second gear, third, fourth, fifth, and then you're just going like 100 something miles per hour down this fucking road, and shit gets pretty bad.
Shit, pretty bad.
There's like a rock that spawns on the road. You hit that, you go fucking airborne, and it's funny, but it's like, god damn.
Oh, I think. Hang on.
Oops.
I'm gonna send you this thing in Discord real quick because I sent it to Axel. It was like a little experimental thing. That sounds.
Little experimental thing.
Yeah, you'll see. It's like a.
Oh, I'll see.
You can just play it in the
I'll
browser.
see. All right.
Where's my?
What is it? Part of a game?
It's like a weird experimental. Just like it's like got like a minimal story. It's called Car Game. Here it is.
Car game.
Here, I'm gonna send it to you.
Wish I could pull it up on the recording here. Hey, well, you're sitting on Discord. I'm waiting for
There you go.
the message. Oh, I see. It just popped. It didn't even pop up. I had to look at it. I had to actually read. You know that?
I had to read in 2024.
I'll have to look at it later, but I'm looking at it right now and it looks interesting.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the setup for it, to get the shifters and all that and steering wheel a long time ago. When I was a kid.
Yeah, I played a lot of Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I had the
I was
demo
looking
disc,
at-
but we had the actual steering wheel and all that
Oh shit.
with the shifting clutches on the steering wheel and shit like that. So as a kid, that was badass. But I didn't have the actual Gran Turismo game on PlayStation. I just had the shifter. I might still have it somewhere around here, actually. But I don't know.
no longer have Gran Turismo.
Well, you're stupid. No, I'm just kidding. Should have held on to that copy. It's probably worth.
Probably
I don't
not
know.
much. Gran
Yeah,
Turismo had a
not
pretty
much.
large print run.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, the newer ones still are all right, but Forza kind of takes the king cake on that. Oh man, I got a piss though.
Alright, so I guess we'll cut it.
Yeah, we'll cut it. Unless you want to hold it down till I get back, but still, even then,
I mean, I'm just sitting here drawing. I'm probably not going to talk about anything while I'm drawing.
I think we've run through a good bit of material today. We had a good time. Yeah, we'll fucking cut it. This has been the Whiskey and Root Beer podcast of whatever fucking episode it is now, which I think it's.
Numbers mean nothing now.
Yeah, numbers don't mean too much.
Our toes are too far into the water.
We're getting a little deep here, but
Getting a little deep.
as always, y'all have a
Always
fucked
go
up day
deeper.
or enjoy it. I don't care.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said. Well,